we'll get Chuck's keys to the game, but you're tuned in.
Serving Altoona, Tyrone State College, and surrounding areas.
Long's Field Service of Tyrone wishing good luck to the Tyrone Golden Eagles. They remind all motorists to use extreme caution when approaching farm equipment and vehicles on our area roads. During harvest season, it's necessary for farmers to travel the roads. They will do whatever possible to make it convenient and safe for other drivers. Long's Field Service says practice safety first.
High school football games are fun, but where do you go when the game's over? The Bullpen Restaurant and Sports Bar. You'll love the Bullpen's relaxing atmosphere and their variety of delicious foods. Appetizers like nachos, fried shrimp, and their original bull chips. Wings in your favorite varieties, including the Bullpen's famous bull sauce. Juicy burgers, sandwiches and entrees like ribeye, sirloin, and New York strip steak. Plus a full-service bar with 16 drafts on tap. After the game, head to the Bullpen Restaurant and Sports Bar, 207 Jefferson Avenue, Tyrone.
Mag Industries Ltd. is a family-owned sales and distribution company located in Tyrone. Mag Industries pride themselves on cutting-edge manufacturing and distribution, and they're also proud to be a part of the Tyrone business community, one of the best places to work in the area. You can find Mag Industries on Indeed.com to view their latest available job postings. Everyone at Mag Industries Ltd. would like to wish the Tyrone Golden Eagles the best of luck this season. Go Eagles!
Are you having a hard time picking up your prescriptions? Community Pharmacy in Tyrone has dedicated pharmacists and staff to meet your needs. Our staff is available for in-store help, curbside delivery, and delivery right to your door. Community Pharmacy in Tyrone provides free delivery to our customers in the Tyrone and surrounding areas, including but not limited to Pinecroft, Bellwood, Warriors Mark, and out to the new Greystone Cottages on the outskirts of Tyrone. Call 814-684-0230 and let our staff take care of you.
When it comes to harvesting timber in Central PA, one name comes to mind, Justin Reeder. Justin Reeder is a well-established timber harvesting company based in Tyrone, specializing in quality timber harvesting, firewood, timber transport, and residential tree removal, serving Tyrone and surrounding areas. Justin Reeder strives to be the best and provides the best quality services at premium prices for each and every customer. Call Justin Reeder, 814-327-8515, and be sure to visit them on Facebook.
Best wishes this season to our area football teams and coaches from everyone at Grace Baptist Church, 2308 Adams Avenue, Tyrone. Grace Baptist is a Bible-oriented church with Sunday morning worship at 10:15 a.m. and Bible study at 6 p.m. You and your family are invited to attend. That's Grace Baptist Church, Adams Avenue, in Tyrone.
96.9 and 100.7 WTRN. Classic favorites.
Jim Gregory and Chuck Bannis back with you for the pregame show of the District 6 AAA first round football matchup between the Central Scarlet Dragons and your Tyrone Golden Eagles. Both teams coming in at 8-2. And right now, I just want to tell you that the stands are pretty full on both sides of the field. A lot of people are really anticipating this game, and with good reason. There's going to be a lot of talent on the football field. If you just want to get an idea, imagine this. that the last 2 years, these two teams have shared the state baseball championship. And now that talent is going to be on full display here tonight with these two football teams going head-to-head. Chuck, how about some of those keys to the game?
Oh, this is going to be a great game. You're not going to want to go away. First of all, let's take a look at the Central keys. Central's offensive line must give Jeff Hohenstein time to throw the ball. And also Hunter Smith room to run the ball so they continue to be two-dimensional, which will help their play-action passing game. They have to control and contain Tyrone's quarterback, Axton Walk, and put pressure on him. They have to shut down Tyrone's running game, making Tyrone one-dimensional, negating the play-action passing game of Tyrone. And they must eliminate any turnovers. Tyrone's keys, a little bit more important, for them to stay on cue, have to be able to play 4 quarters of solid football, both on offense and defense. As we have talked, we haven't seen that yet this year. Tonight, it cannot be maybe. It has to be 4 quarters of solid football. Control time of possession to keep Central's explosive offense off the field. Pressure Hohenstein and contain him from scrambling around. Know where Elijah Lingenfelter is at all times and not allow him to get free deep. He has 69 receptions this year for 1,199 yards and 21 touchdown catches. And he is also Hohenstein's favorite receiver. Offensively, Tyrone needs to take what Central is giving him. Do not force the ball deep into double or triple coverage. It's not going to be helpful. No turnovers. Do not give up short fields. Oh, and did I mention? They're going to have to play 4 quarters of football. Very important, Jim. Here's a caveat for you. Sure. Jeff Hohenstein has passed so far this year for 2,848 yards and 40 touchdowns, giving him 135 touchdown passes for his 4-year career.
Well, that's only because they played 20 games this year, right?
Well, they played 10. and Tyrone only played 9.
They had to have played 20. You can't do that in a 10-game season.
Isn't that amazing?
It is amazing.
And then the other thing is he needs 2 more touchdown passes to tie the all-time state record of 137. And with 3, he would become Pennsylvania's high school. We're going to get to that. Yeah. He'll be the all-time Pennsylvania high school football leader in touchdown passes. Wow. And his dad, A.J. Hohenstein, calls the passes. So I don't think you'll see a lot of running.
Until he gets the record. Or if the defense shuts him down for Tyrone.
Exactly.
Can we also talk about the importance of not just 4 quarters, but how the Tyrone offense can actually prove to be a defense tonight? You mentioned it, time of possession. If Tyrone can control the time of possession with longer drives, sustaining control of the football, keep the score lower, and be able to keep the Central prolific offense off the field, ball possession, time of possession, that's where the offense can also serve as a defense for the Golden Eagles tonight.
Oh, exactly right. If they can keep that offense out, control it, long drives, sustain them. Oh, you can't do that. No. And then the other thing we didn't mention is Tyrone has to win the kicking game. I mean, the last couple of weeks there's been it started out pretty good, but some of the snaps have not been real good. High. A couple punts have been less than 40 yards. They can't do that tonight. They don't want to give Central a short field, Jim.
So you've had many opportunities to see special talents out on the field. Where would you rank in all those players that you've coached and seen Jeff Hohenstein in that list of players that you've seen that are special?
Oh, my. One comes to mind real quick, and that was Ty Law, who ended up playing with the New England Patriots. But in high school, he was a quarterback at Aliquippa High School, and he was outstanding. He could do it all. ROP, he could run, he could throw. I mean, he's very, very much, the first one that comes to mind, Jim.
So I don't know about you, but I'm going to appreciate all the talent on the field tonight for both of these teams and the opportunity to see them both go head-to-head for an opportunity to play one more week into the playoffs. And so we're just coming up on the time for kickoff as the Golden Eagles have yet to come out on the field. They're waiting for the Central Scarlet Dragons, and they come out with their white jerseys, red numerals, and red pants with the red, white, and blue in the hands of the players as they lead it out, and the Golden Eagles are in the end zone to our left. And they'll be taking the sideline here in just a second. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have you ready for the kickoff between Tyrone and Central. Right after this, you're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle Football Pregame Show, 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN. Don't go away.
Let your local insurance agent, Billy Joe Friday, put her experience to work for you. The Billy J. Friday Agency proudly serves Tyrone families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote. Call the Billy J. Friday Agency today at 814-682-7669 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's the Billy J. Friday Agency at 814-682-7669. Come for the great rates, stay for the amazing service.
See Gary McGovern at Thrivent Financial First. Gary can help you with your personal or business planning, plus college or retirement solutions. Thrivent also provides life and disability insurance as well as mutual funds in the U.S. Top 5 ranking. Call 207-5805 or email gary.mcgovern@thrivent.com. Thrivent Financial, 1051 Pennsylvania Avenue, Tyrone.
Tell your Google Home or Amazon Echo device to listen to WTRN, or listen to the station that comes in best where you are, 96.9 in Altoona or 100.7 in Tyrone. This is WTRN, Tyrone, Altoona. Classic Favorites, a service of Leitner Communications.
The captains for both teams are headed out to the field. Brower, Patterson, and Gamp for Tyrone. And the coin toss has already taken place before the game, and so we'll find out who's kicking and receiving here very momentarily. There are some differences, though, that take place when it's a district game versus a a regular season game, right, Chuck?
Absolutely. The bands don't have a pregame show. They will perform at halftime, though. And, of course, everything. Tyrone had won the toss, Jim, and they have elected to receive.
To my point, long drives keep them off the field. That's got to be one of their strategies.
Exactly. And Tyrone will receive, and they will be taking the ball offensively towards the south end zone, Jim, which is the scoreboard side here at Gray Field. Central will defend that side of the field to start off.
All right, here we go. Thanks for joining us. Should be a good one. The other game, of course, features for the district playoffs.
Penn Cambria has a bye. They have a bye.
Okay.
And the winner of this game would meet Penn Cambria at Mansion Park next week.
Very good. All right, these two teams, they know each other very well. The coaching staffs, they know each other very well. It's not going to be a matter of who out-schemes the other team. This is really going to come down to who outplays the other team. Coach Franco sends his troops out. Coach Baker has his kids out at the line of scrimmage, ready to kick things off from the 40-yard line. And for the Scarlet Dragons, of course, all season long, it's been Hunter Smith who's done the kicking.
And no one go away, because we're going to know in 48 minutes who's going to go to Mansion Park next weekend for the District 6 championship.
Miller and Crowell are back deep to receive. They're awaiting the kick from Hunter Smith inside their own 10-yard line. There you hear it. The run up and a high end-over-ender taken by Draven Crowell at his 5. Up over the 10, 15, 20. Through the middle of the field between the hash marks out to about the 30-yard line. Give him 26 yards on the return. Tyrone takes over from there. 1st and 10, first possession of the game. If you're just joining us, Tyrone and Central playing for a right to play at Mansion Park next week.
And that's a good return to open up the game for Tyrone. Gives them good field position. And again, Jim, as we said, one of the keys to the game here is for Ashton Walk to take what Central gives him. Don't try to throw deep all the time. That's going to be a key also.
Okay, very good.
They're pressing. They have all 11 men within 10 yards.
Rolling to his right and throwing complete to Brady Ronan, who lowers his shoulder and then also gets a shoulder from Jeffrey Hohenstein. They get up and look at each other like, we're going to be here all night, boys.
And that was head-to-head, too. I mean, it wasn't targeting. But boy, oh, boy, I tell you, a shot on your quarterback like that to the head, the first play, had to hold some breaths over there.
First play from scrimmage, that's 13 yards, a first down, new set of downs. And they're going to go to Ronan over the left side, has some running room, picks up about 5, so good yardage on 1st and 10.
And again, it looks like Hohenstein as well as number 78 there for the Scarlet Dragons, and that is Sawyer Howard, a junior, in on the stop. Well, that's one way to get Hohenstein tired, make him do all the tackles, because he's playing free safety, and when you hear his name for making tackles, you know Tyrone's offensive line is doing a good job.
I think Jeff Hohenstein is geared up for a full 48 minutes of football tonight. Walk, now scrambling. Throws it, and it is a jump ball.
Wow, what a
that's
catch.
Caught by Draven Crowell. Might
Great
be enough
catch.
for a first down. No, they're not going to give him forward progress, but it did avoid a loss as Ashton Walk had people draped over him and just kind of flung it forward, and Crowell came back to make a nice catch.
That was Dalton Metzger of Central who was fighting him for the ball, but as you said, Tyrone receiver, he came right back and took it away. Brings up a 3rd and a long 2.
They're going to go I with Luke Walk as the up back. Varys is the lone receiver. They're going to go to Ronan looking for the first down, and he's going to get enough. He got the line to make.
He'll get it.
Yeah,
yep,
it's just shy of the Central 45-yard line, and they're going to move the chains.
Yep, and then on the stop for Central, number 75, and that is Wyatt Hossinger on the tackle. So Tyrone is doing what one of the keys that we said, move the ball methodically. Don't allow Central to get on the field offensively.
Crowell and Baldoff into the huddle along with Ashton Walk as they send the receivers left and right, twins to both sides. Ronan in motion, and Walk's going to keep it. And again, good yardage on first down. Hunter Smith with the tackle, number 32 for Central, as Walk gets it down to about the 41. So give him five yards. Going to bring up 2nd and a long 5. The ball just shy of the Scarlet Dragons' 41-yard line. And empty backfield now, Chuck, as the Eagles are quickly out of the huddle. Trips right, twins to the other side, and the pass intended for Ross Gamp is completed. It was a jump ball, and Gamp refuses to go down as 3 Scarlet Dragons are required to get him to the turf.
Hohenstein in on the tackle again, number 10, Dalton Metzger. And I'll tell you what, Jim, if they keep picking them apart like that with those short passes, right now Central's playing all 11 defensive players within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Here come the Eagles out of the huddle. Luke Walk is the up back. Ronan dots the I with Colton Varys to the right, and Ross Gamp lined up left. Walk under center. Left side hash as they go from left to right, and Ronan's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage.
They're probably going to give him about a yard.
You think?
That. Yeah, they'll give him forward progress. He was pushed back there by the tackler.
Caden Schenk, I believe, was on the tackle for Central. So they're going to give him a yard or two, actually.
2,
huh.
2
I
yards.
did not see that from our vantage point. So yet to suffer any losses on any plays so far. The Golden Eagles coming out. They can play well offensively early in games. You just never know which team's going to show up sometimes. As Walk is going to be sacked from behind, and just as I said it, there comes a play for a loss on the tackle. It was Cade Rule.
When he came on a blitz there from the far side, he was the outside linebacker on the opposite side of the field, Jim. And
Walk's got to feel that the internal clock. He was at least at 3.5 seconds there. He's got to know that somebody's coming.
This brings up a big 3rd down.
It's a loss of 7 back to the 31. 3rd and 15.
Now,
you're just joining us. We're just under 8 minutes early first quarter.
And you don't want to panic. You don't need to pick up all 16, 15 yards right now. Get it close.
Walk steps up, and then he is sacked. So the outside pressure forced him to step up, and right there you have another tackle for loss. Caden Schenk, one of 2 Scarlet Dragons on the tackle. So now it's going to be 4th and 15, actually a little bit further than 15. It's going to be 4th and 18. And they're going to go for it. Varys, Ronan, Gamp to the left. Draven Crowell to the right. Single back is Walk. Looking, throwing, complete to Gamp. To the 15, inside the 15, enough for a first down. How was he open that much? Credit the opportunity for Walk to have time and Gamp to find a soft spot. He found the opening, and the completion is made, enough for a first down. What a huge play on 4th and 18. You pick up 20.
And I'm surprised that the Central defender kept backpedaling, you know, and he backpedaled clear like 25 yards down the field when they only needed 18.
I formation. Gamp to the left. He is Walk's favorite target, but Varys is dangerous. Walk gives it to Ronan. That familiar style of Brady Ronan is he'll give you a leg left and then shift right. I don't know that he got much on that carry, though. It looks like they're going to maybe give him a half a yard, if anything.
Yeah, number 32, and that, of course, is Smith. Hunter Smith
yeah.
in on the tackle there.
He's very active in the middle of that defense for the Central Scarlet Dragons. So now Gamp will go from the left side on the previous play to the right. They'll stay I. Varys left, Walk under center. Between the hash marks going from left to right here at Gray Vets. Walk rolls, looks, throws to the end zone. Incomplete. More white shirts than black shirts there. They were outnumbered 4-3, and I think Walk just thought, I'll throw it to where only my guy has a chance. And so the incompletion brings up 3rd and 10.
And that, of course, was Ross Gamp. He was trying for one of those jump balls, but he was triple covered there, Jim, in the corner of the end zone. 3rd and 10.
Golden Eagles need another big play here, but this would once again be a 4-down opportunity. 2 downs to make. Walk looking to throw again. Over the middle, and he throws it behind the intended receiver, Draven Crowell. Single coverage, and Crowell reached back to try and get a hand on it.
He had the slant, and he had him beaten, but
Walk
the ball
missed him.
Yeah.
4th and 10 from the 14. It would be a 31 or so yard field goal.
And they're going to try it.
They are going to try it.
Romani's coming onto the field. Now, it's very important for the front line of Tyrone to slow this rush down and let Romani get a chance that he doesn't hurry it and hits it true. This will be a 31-yard attempt, Jim.
Romani, Patterson with the hold. The kick is up, and it is wide right.
Wide right, just outside. So
he was kicking it from that right hash. If you had the opportunity to maybe move it between the hash marks on the previous play, that's a tough kick. Rocky Romani had the leg, comes up empty. 5:42 left first quarter. They do take some time off the clock, 6+ minutes, 6 minutes, 18 seconds on a drive that started at their 30 and ends with a missed field goal. So Central will take over, 1st and 10.
And they did have that ball for almost, 6 minutes and 18 seconds, Jim. So, but they come up with nothing. So now they're going to have to, they're going to get the ball on what?
At the 20.
At the 20, right.
They'll put it between the hash marks as Central comes out, and watch out for this offense. Big plays, big time players.
And it looks like Ronan's going to be the one that is going to have to cover Lingenfelder.
Hohenstein gives it to Smith. Over the
big,
left side,
big
a big
hole.
hole. He's at the 35-40, 45-50. Waits to see if some defenders will run by him. A couple do, but Hunter Smith on a big run on 1st and 10 from the 20. He's taken down at the 35-yard line of the Tyrone Golden Eagles. So it is a 45-yard run on the first play from scrimmage for the Central Scarlet Dragons. They've just got so many weapons.
Deegan balled off on the stop, and boy, there was a huge hole there that Smith went through. You could see that from up here.
Smith will take a breather. So they'll bring in a back in the backfield with Jeff Hohenstein. He's looking to throw. And a batted down pass at the line of scrimmage. Ross Gamp gets the paw on it. Incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 from the Tyrone 35-yard line. If you're not going to get home, get your hands up.
In the passing lanes, and that's exactly what he did. They brought both linebackers. So now you want to be careful that you keep Hohenstein in that pocket because he can hurt you with his legs. He likes to scramble. When he scrambles, that's when he's really dangerous because he throws well on the run.
Cade Rule came in to give Smith a spell. Smith's back in. They're going to go empty.
There's a bad matchup down here with Deegan Baldoff on Lingenfelter.
Some miscommunication. The Tyrone defense, do they know what they want to do? They seem set. Smith is going to block for Hohenstein. Avoids a tackle from Patterson at the line of scrimmage and picks up enough for a first down. Give him 12. 1st and 10 inside the 25 at the 23 of the Golden Eagles.
And you don't very rarely see Nathaniel Patterson miss a tackle, even in the open field. He had Hohenstein by the leg, but Hohenstein's strong enough. Jimmy just pulled that leg out of there and kept on churning for the first down.
Empty backfield once again. 5 receivers in formation. Central line going to be tested. Can they give him time? Hohenstein is elusive. Avoids a tackle. He's at the 20. He's inside the 15, at the 10, and knocked out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 6-yard line, and then a flag comes in late.
Boy, they're going to call that a late hit out of bounds, I'm afraid, and they should talk this over because he was still in bounds when he got hit.
They're talking about this. I don't think anybody would argue.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
My goodness.
Okay. Well, no argument allowed. The referees have called it.
Exactly.
And so it'll be half the distance inside the 5, just outside the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for the Central Scarlet Dragons. We're scoreless, 4:32 left first quarter.
It had been one thing if he was trying to give himself up with a slide, but he was still running hard when it was a good 1.5 yards, 2 yards inside on the playing field. But as you said, it's been called.
Rule goes out. And so the Dragons started this drive at their own 20. 4 plays later, they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 4. It's inside the 4, so officially I think it would be the 3. Central calls their first timeout. So with 4:32 left, Chuck, let's recognize all of our fine sponsors, including 2 who are helping with the streaming of tonight's game. With a playoff game, the streaming is actually shared between the 2 school districts.
Right, because you have to pay the PIAA. The radio has to pay the PIAA a fee, and then so does the school. So we'd like to thank Frederick's Meat Market of Roaring Springs and Powerhouse Subs of Tyrone for splitting the cost so that the streaming can be brought to everyone across the area.
And if I may add, Fredericks is responsible for my Thanksgiving Day turkey this year.
There you go. Some of our other sponsors now, while we have the opportunity, is Tyrone Tire and Automotive, the Bullpen Restaurant, Mag Industries, Premier Pest Control, Community Pharmacy, Allied Milk Producers, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, Billy Joe Friday Agency, Varilla Real Estate, Max Market in the Gridiron, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Reeder Electric. Jim?
Okay, here we go. Here's a formation you don't see. It's a sidecar I formation. Those guys are blockers for Jeff Hohenstein, and they just outmanned the numbers, just outmanned the Tyrone defensive line. Too many blockers, not enough defenders. 4-yard touchdown run for Jeff Hohenstein, 4:27 left in the first quarter. They took over possession with 5:48 left, and in a minute 40 seconds, they drive 80 yards for the first touchdown of the game.
And they drove 80 yards and put points on the board. So Tyrone is going to be forced to answer when they get this next possession. Looks like Hunter Smith is going to try to kick the extra point for Central.
The ball's on the tee, and the football is through the uprights. 7-0. Central Scarlet Dragons take the first lead of the game. And it's a 6-play, 80-yard drive capped by a Jeff Hohenstein 4-yard touchdown run. So if you're just joining us, the Tyrone Golden Eagles missed an opportunity for points on the board. They put together a very good drive, time-consuming drive, and came up empty on a 31-yard Rocky Romani field goal that missed wide right. So the Golden Eagles will hopefully build off of some of the confidence that they had in that first drive. feeling like they can move the football. A big fourth down play, needing 4th and 18. They picked up 20 to keep the drive alive. And now the Scarlet Dragons will come out with Smith to tee it off. And back deep to receive, Crowell and Miller.
And some of our other sponsors: Max Meat Market and the Gridiron, Thriving Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Reader Electric, the Student Bookstore of State College, Grace Baptist Church, Long's Field Service, and Save-A-Lot in downtown Tyrone. Thank you so much for sponsoring Tyrone Golden Eagle football.
All right, Smith's been given the go-ahead for the run-up. Puts his foot into it, short end over end. Coming up is Crowell at his 16. Looks for a hole up over the 30, over the 35, out near the 40 before he's finally brought down.
And a very nice return on that play. He was brought down by number 9 from Central on that play, on the kickoff, and that is Baron Dunes, D-O-N-S, Duns, Dawns. So
Dion's
38-yard line, actually closer to the 39. So it'll be 1st and 10. Good return, good field position. Now Tyrone has to take advantage of this.
Pistol formation for Ashton Walk as he brings Weaver into the play. And they're going to go with Ronan. Not much there for Ronan. Rule with the tackle after maybe if they gave him the line of scrimmage on forward progress, they do. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
And boy, that was textbook tackling. Shoulder, wrapped him up, low, drove him back.
2nd and 10 from the 39. From the right side hash mark. Going from left to right here at Gravets Memorial Field. You're joining Chuck Bannis and Jim Gregory. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Friday night. I think the temperatures were this hot the first week of the season. Ronan can't get open. Looks for a flag. And Hohenstein was on his back hip pocket. And so number 2 against number 2 goes to the number 2 in white. Brings up 3rd and 10, again from the 39 of the Tyrone Golden Eagles.
That was close. That was close. Hohenstein was beaten, and I think there was a little bit of a reach out there at the last minute.
Walk, Kroll, and Walk bring the play in from the sideline.
Tyrone does not need a 3 and out here, Jim.
Yep. Watch for Gamp. He's having a big night so far. Walk looking to throw. Pumps, going deep for Kroll. He's open. Can he get him? He had it in his hands and lost it.
That's a catchable ball, and he had number 1
Jacob
for Central.
Bent was on the coverage and got turned around, and Crowell had him beat, and the pass was there. Draymond Crowell would like to have another opportunity at that one, but in a game like this, those are the plays that you don't get a lot of opportunities for. You got to make them when you have the opportunity.
They always say at the end of the game, 3 or 4 plays are the key to the game. Now, punting situation, Tyrone needs to get a good punt off here.
A.J. Coleman taken at the 32, avoiding a tackle. That's Eli Lingenfelter, and a flag is thrown. Lingenfelter is one of the very best football players in the state of Pennsylvania. And on the return, he gets up a little gimpy.
Jim, there's laundry all over the field here.
I'm going to say holding. Yes, that's the call.
There's one over here. There's one over on the Central. It looks like it's both holding against Central. So
the three-headed conference of officials.
Tyrone would be better off taking it on this side of the field at the point of the foul. They'd get an extra 3 or 4 yards on the penalty rather than taking it across the side, because it would have been on the 40, which would have set them up at about this way. They're going to mark it off from the 36, which should take them inside the 25-yard line.
Back to about the 26. There's the walk-off. So Central will take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line with 3:23 left to go in the first quarter. Central out in front, 7-0, a 6-play, 80-yard drive on their last possession. Quick 3-and-outs for the Golden Eagles is like giving Central a turnover. Lingenfelter's in the slot to the left for Hohenstein with split backs in the backfield, the shotgun snap. And they give it into the secondary on the run. That's Rule. So quick, so fast. And he had a hole that allowed him to pick up enough for a first down.
And Tyrone's defensive end is just getting blown off. That's the same play that Smith ran that 41-yard. He's just getting manhandled out there. He's going to have to really step it up a notch.
Dragons break the huddle with split receivers, single left and right. Backs in the backfield is Hohenstein. Brings the man in motion. Lingenfelder. And the Golden Eagles jump off. Patterson across the line of scrimmage. It's a free 5 yards. You can't give them free ones. Got to make them earn it. Hohenstein, though, he's
just not a good athlete. He's so smart.
Yeah, he's got a high football IQ and has the ability, just the experience to throw cadences out there that can really confuse a defender along that line of scrimmage. And it looked like the Golden Eagles had blitz coming.
He'll be playing next year somewhere on a Saturday, Jim. But I think, in my own personal opinion, his height is going to hurt him.
Well, he's such a good baseball player too. He's just got all the tools to do it. He's
baseball would
just a good
be
family
his sport.
in the Cove. As now they come out with a 1st and 5 from their own 44. Hohenstein flushed, avoids, and then throws it at. Oh, I thought he threw it at the ground and somehow got rid of it, but it's still going to be a loss. Caden Rule on the receiving end. I think Hohenstein would have intended for that ball to be dropped.
Yeah, he's throwing it at his shins, but he went down and made a great catch and lost 4 yards on the play.
Encouraged by the pressure from the Golden Eagles on that down, Coach?
Yes, absolutely, and they were onside, which was making it even better. So Lucas Walk on tackle there for Tyrone.
Okay.
Big play here on 2nd down. You don't want to let them make this 3rd and short, that's for sure. 10-second play clock's down to 7 seconds.
They're going to have to hustle. Hohenstein sees it. Lingenfelder in motion into the slot. Hohenstein looks for him and can't find him, as good defense there by Josh Patterson. And the incompletion is going to bring up 3rd and 13 from the 36 of the Dragons, who lead at 7-0 with 1:38 left to go. First quarter here at Gray
Lingenfelder
Vets.
had the deep slant open, but Patterson was smart. He was beaten on the deep slant, so he undercut the route, and Hohenstein had to throw it so far out in front of Lingenfelder he couldn't catch up to it.
Smith's in the backfield along with Hohenstein. Twins right, single left, wing left. Hohenstein with blockers. Looks to throw downfield. Diving catch. Did he make it? Is that Smith coming up on the receiving end? He did. In front of Deegan Baldoff, enough for a first down, just on a rope from Jeff Hohenstein to Hunter Smith into Tyrone territory. 1st and 10 from the Golden Eagles, 48-yard line. Clock running. Down to 1:20 left first quarter.
And that's why Central is so good. They make plays. And that ball was taken right off the grass, but it was a good catch for a first down. Tyrone's playing all 11 men within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage now.
Wing left, sidecar left. They give it to Rule. Quick hitter over the right side. Positive yards, but not many. Maybe 3 at the most. They're going to give him less than that. Actually going to give him just a yard.
Gamp and Patterson both in on the stop, along with Weaver.
Colton Miller comes out. Luke Watt goes in. 25 for 15.
Clock's running down to 40 seconds in the first quarter here. Central up 7-0, in case you're just joining us on our radio broadcast.
Smith's in the backfield. 2 receivers left with Lingenfelder in the slot left. Hohenstein may have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. He's going to throw it out here for Hunter Smith. Wow, just lays a licking on that was Nate Patterson.
Nate Patterson.
Patterson got knocked back. Smith is a load, man.
Oh, my.
Picks up 8. Going to bring up 3rd and a long 1.
Lucas walking on the tackle along with Patterson. He absorbed quite a bit of that. Jim, that's going to be the end of the first quarter play.
You're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football and District 6 AAA playoff football between Central and Tyrone. It's all coming your way on 96.9, 100.7. Classic Favorites, WTRN. Don't dare go away.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship football team captain. Winning a state championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business. Doing the little things, outworking your competition, being aggressive, doing the right thing when no one's looking. Varilla Real Estate is ready to help you in all your real estate needs. When it's 4th and 4 and you need a touchdown by selling your house, call Varilla Real Estate today.
For fresh meat and cheese, forget the big box stores. Come to the biggest little store in Tyrone instead. Max Market and the Gridiron. Steaks like T-bone, porterhouse, top sirloin, and more. Fresh ground beef, country store hot dogs. And when you're on the go and hungry, it's Max Market and the Gridiron for delicious hoagies, pizza, stromboli, wedges, baked wings, and more. Take out or dine in. Family owned and operated since 1974. Max Market and the Gridiron. 1658 Columbia Avenue, Tyrone. Credit cards accepted. Call 814-684-0660. On the web at maxgridiron.com.
96.9 and 100.7 WTRN. Classic Favorites.
And we're back. Hohenstein keeps it as they quickly got back to the line of scrimmage. Enough for a first down on a 3rd and 1. Now going from left to right here at Gravettes Memorial Field alongside Chuck Bannis. I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for joining us. And for those of you enjoying the game on the stream, thanks to our sponsors who made this possible. Powerhouse Subs and Frederick's Meats. And then we'll, of course, always throughout the game recognize all of our sponsors. Coming up at halftime, it's the Irwin Financial halftime show. We'll bring you up to date on scores and games, other things going on around the district and the county. Hohenstein with Smith, sidecar right. 4 receivers in formation. Hohenstein looking, thinks he can run, and he will. And will go out of bounds, forced out by Brady Ronan, number 2. Not enough for a first down as they drop the sticks over there.
No containment on that side.
Yeah.
He got outside. There was no black shirts there for Tyrone. They've got to keep him in the pocket. That was one of the keys. Don't let him do that.
7 yards on first down. They'll go from the 35 to the Tyrone 28. Ball placed on the left side hash mark. Again, going from left to right here at Gravettes. Good crowds for both teams. Lots of red over on the other side. Lots of orange and black here in front of us on the home side. Sidecar left is Smith for Hohenstein. 4 receivers in formation. They'll throw for it. Quick hitter over on the left side. And breaking a tackle over there and a good run after the catch by Rillan Doherty.
And he broke 2 Golden Eagle tackles. Ronan, and it looked like one of the linebackers. I couldn't tell whether that was Lucas. Yeah, it was Lucas. Was it Lucas Walk? I believe it was Lucas Walk. And that picks up another first down.
Yeah, it's 12 yards on the completion down to the Tyrone 16-yard line. Golden Eagles trailing the Scarlet Dragons 7-0. Tyrone missed their opportunity for points on their first possession with a missed 31-yard field goal by Rocky Romani. Since then, though, it has been very much a game dominated by the Central Scarlet Dragons. Smith lined up in the backfield with Hohenstein. He'll block and then step out, and the pass is caught inside the 10, down near the 5. There's Doherty again.
Ronan in
tough
on the
catch,
stop.
Chuck.
Yep, tough catch. He was hit by Ronan. Good coverage, and Tyrone's getting no pressure. None on Hohenstein. He's sitting back there, bouncing around, looking over the field, and then he rifles it.
Well, and you have to concern yourself how much time he has to throw, but he can also run it. So you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Do you blitz him?
Well, you can blitz him, but your
better get
defensive ends have to come in on an angle. They can't come straight in.
Caden Rule in the backfield as Hohenstein goes to the end zone. It's a touchdown. What a pass.
Who is that? I can't tell.
That is Lingenfelter, his top receiver.
7-yard touchdown pass.
There was coverage there. It took a perfect pass, and that's what they had, a perfect pass. Hohenstein to Lingenfelter. 13-0 with the extra point coming up from Hunter Smith.
And that puts Hohenstein 1 touchdown throw away from tying the Pennsylvania High School all-time career passing touchdown mark.
It's up and good. 10:22 left, second quarter. 14-0. Scarlet Dragons with the lead in this first round District 6 AAA playoff game.
And Jim, excuse me.
Let's talk about this event that's going on as we speak. And
there was a very tragic event that happened last week in Tyrone. A fire ripped through Brooks and Family Timberline LLC. The business had signed up to sponsor Tyrone Golden Eagle basketball upcoming games on WTRN Radio, and despite the fire has continued to support Tyrone athletics and WTRN Radio. The community is coming together to help by sponsoring a benefit to be held at the Bullpen Restaurant and Sports Bar during and after tonight's game. A $20 donation to attend will also provide you with 20 tickets to win baskets and gift cards provided by area businesses. Winners will be announced at 10 p.m. and must be present to win. All monies raised goes directly to the Brooks family. So if you get a chance, stop by the Bullpen and support that community-wide effort to assist that family after a devastating fire.
All right.
Jim?
Yep. Smith has the ball on the tee, and he's been given the go-ahead. Miller, Crowell, standing at their own 10. To our right here at Gravettes. High. Taken at the 12. Crowell over the 20. Looks for some blockers. Has to bring it to the near side. Shimmies and shakes a little bit to try and get a couple of extra yards. Taken out to about the 32, 30, maybe 31-yard line. And forced out of bounds there by
Baron Dion's. Okay, now the Tyrone offense has got to do something here to get on the board.
They've got plenty of time and all three of their timeouts, so they just need to sustain as they did with that first drive and just didn't get the points on the board. They didn't get the reward. Walk calls for it. He's looking. He wants to go deep. It's intended for Draven Crowell, and a flag comes in.
That's going to be holding. That's the second time he's done that. Who is that?
Is that
first time he did it, he didn't get caught. This time he did. It looks like, is it number 11? 10?
10.
Number 10. So that's number 10, and that's Dalton Metzger. And that's the second time he was holding. This time the referee caught him.
So clearly Ashton Walk and the Golden Eagle offense feels like they can take their shots downfield. You mentioned before the game, patience, take the plays that are given to you, but they obviously see something that perhaps they can exploit down the field. And so they don't come up with the big catch, but they do get the big penalty out to the 45.
Gives them a fresh set of downs.
First and 10, I formation. That's Coleman. And he's going to block for Walk and then step out and be the intended receiver. A gain of maybe 2.
Lingenfelder in on the stop.
Coleman tried to turn upfield, but Lingenfelder was there to take him down immediately. It brings up a 2nd and 8. We're under 10 minutes and running here in the second quarter. Irwin Financial Halftime Show coming your way.
And after the first possession, the adjustments made by the Central staff on the running game of Tyrone. Tyrone hasn't run the ball at all effectively since that opening drive. They've made some good adjustments, Jim.
Walk under center, brings a man in motion. That's Coleman. Slot left, and there's motion before the snap of the football. It looked like Varus may have just kind of leaned in ahead of the snap, and so Tyrone will lose 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 13.
I'd like to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's game and sponsoring it: Tyrone Automotive, the Bullpen Restaurant, Mag Industries, Premier Pest Control, Community Pharmacy, Allied Milk Producers, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, Billy Joe Friday Agency, Varilla Real Estate, Max Meat Market in the Gridiron, Thriving Financial, Gino's Pizzeria. Jim?
Thank you. Colton Miller dotting the I with Coleman once again in motion. Walk's going to throw, but he's under pressure from Smith. Makes a great pass and catch by Luke Walk.
And Lingenfelder was trying to tip that ball, and their legs got tangled up. He'll get credited for the tackle, but that was just because simply their legs got tangled up, and that's what brought them down.
But it's still well defended by the Scarlet Dragons.
Absolutely.
It was a tough catch. You have nothing you can do because you've got to dive to make the catch.
Right.
And you pick up the 5 yards. Basically, you lost the previous play, so it's now 3rd and a long 7 from the 48 of the Golden Eagles, going from right to left. Walk's going to look for Gamp. You can bet your bottom dollar. Gamp's lined up right. They go for him, and it is incomplete and intercepted by the Scarlet Dragons over the midfield stripe to the 45-40. He's got blockers to the 30, 25, out of bounds at about the 22-yard line. The interception made by
now we've
Luther.
got a problem over on the other side. Hohenstein tried to throw a block, and Ronan clobbered him. And now Hohenstein jumped up and started shoving, and Ronan shoved. The flags came in. It's right in front of the Tyrone bench, Jim. They're at about the
Scarlet Dragon bench.
The Scarlet Dragon bench at about the 30-yard line.
The officials threw the flags right away. They don't want to see things get out of hand. Muthler with the interception and a big return.
And Hohenstein tried to block Ronan. I was watching it because Ronan had a beat on the runner, and basically what happened there is Ronan unloaded on him, and Hohenstein didn't like it, and when Hohenstein jumped up, he initiated a shove. I did not see Ronan shove, and let's see who they're going to call this again. Yep, they're going to call it against Central. That's a good call. They're going to call it both ways? Oh. Ronan must have done something after everyone came off. They should have thrown another penalty for the number of white jerseys that came off the sidelines there.
Illegal block against Central. And a personal foul. Okay, block in the back and a personal foul. Now we've got both penalties called. So it does not change the change of possession on the turnover and the interception. Now it's just a matter of where will the ball be placed.
It's going to be on the 25-yard line. Yep, 25. And
the block in the back happened at the 30.
Right.
They put it down at the 25.
That's a 10-yard penalty.
Right. So
back, and then a 15-yard for the unsportsmanlike.
Okay.
And if Ronan did, and I didn't see it, but the referee was right there, and he said he retaliated. If not, the ball would have been back on the 40-yard line.
Right.
So that ended up being a bad penalty for Tyrone. Plus, it's a first down.
Right. Scarlet Dragons come out of the huddle with Lingenfelter locked up with Brady Ronan to the right. And now, do the Golden Eagles want to talk about this? They do. So with 8:13 left to go, second quarter, Central leading Tyrone 14-0 in this round one game of the District 6 AAA playoffs. Alongside Chuck Bannis, I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for making us a part of your Friday night. Lots of football left to go, and just a beautiful night for high school football in Blair County.
And some other sponsors: Max Market and the Gridiron, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Reader Electric, the Student Bookstore of State College, Grace Baptist Church, Long's Field Service, and Save a Lot in Tyrone. In addition, tonight, we'd like to thank two other sponsors who came together and paid the bill for the Tyrone Eagle Eye to be able to stream and broadcast the game with WTRN voice over. And that's Frederick's Meat Market of Roaring Spring and Powerhouse Subs of Tyrone. Thank you for sponsoring the Tyrone Golden Eagles on the stream tonight. We appreciate that. I want to say hello to Chris Wilson out in Redlands, California. He's already contacted us and said everything is perfect, sounds good. So the score isn't,
as far as
Chris.
he's concerned, everything's perfect except the score.
But it ain't over yet, Chris. Okay, Jim, 8:13 to go, and we're ready to go.
Okay. Hohenstein gives it to Caden Rule. Patterson was there for the initial hit. Gamp gets up. And was it Gamp? Yes, it was. That finished the tackle, but not before a gain of about 5. Let's call it 4 to the 20, just inside the 21 of the Golden Eagles. Going from left to right here at Gravettes. The ball's on the far side hash mark as we see it.
And Ashton Walk, or not Ashton Walk, but Lucas Walk was also in on that tackle there.
Watch for Lingenfelder. He's one of the top receivers in the state. Ronan draws the coverage with Draven Crowell offering some help at the safety position. They're going to run it with Rule, getting enough for a first down.
Boy, they're just having their way. The left side of the Central Dragon offensive line is just mowing the Golden Eagles back.
It's a gain of 9 to the 12, so make it 1st and 10.
That's the fourth time now they've run that off-tackle play, and the third or fourth time they've gained at least 9, 10 yards. The first time they ran it, they gained 41.
I formation, Rule, Smith in the backfield. They're going to give it to Rule once again. Is he going to find the end zone? He did. 1st and 10 from the Tyrone 12, and then there's a flag thrown in after the play. There's looks like there's a flag down in the end zone, and they're talking to the Tyrone defenders. It's a matter of who got caught with something post-whistle. 6:56 left, second quarter, third touchdown of the game for the Scarlet Dragons. That was a lot of Caden Rule on that drive, which was a short field after the interception. 30-yard, was it 30 yards, Chuck? 30 yards on the drive? Did they start at the 30? I think, yes, it was the 30.
1st and 10 on the 40, it said.
Well, no.
Yeah.
Where the drive started.
Where the drive started, yes.
After the interception,
yes.
Mm-hmm. And so the ball is placed for the extra point. Let's wait for the call. Yes, so they do call an unsportsmanlike penalty against the Dragons.
Probably mark it off on the kickoff,
They
I
will,
would assume.
Yes. And the Dragons have yet to maybe decide what they want to do here with the extra point attempt. I mean, Smith is out there. Lingenfelder, okay, they got the tee down. Seemed to be just a bit of indecision, but they're going to get the snap and the hold down here for Hunter Smith. 2 for 2 so far, looking to go 3 for 3. And it's good. 21-0, Central leading the Tyrone Golden Eagles. 6:56 showing on the second quarter clock here at Gravettes Memorial Field.
Stay tuned for the Irwin Financial Halftime Show. We'll have first half stats and some scores from around the area. That's coming up on the Irwin Financial Halftime Show.
And thanks to our sponsors of the streaming of the game. Hope you're enjoying it on that end of things, from Powerhouse Subs and Frederick's Meat Market. Thanks for making that possible tonight as well.
Right. Of course, Frederick's Meat Market out there in Roaring Spring. So thanks for coming
I was on the horn with them today.
Very
Got
good.
my 12-pounder all set to go.
Another turkey in the couldn't pass that up.
Oh, my.
You walked
you
right
did not
into
do that.
Yes, I did. And it's probably on tape. Hey, nothing's more exciting and heartwarming than seeing your child or grandchild overcome their fears and step into the competitive arena. It can be even better if they are chosen as the Appalachian Running Company Youth Sports Star of the Week. Nominate a Youth Sports Star of the Week right now by going to thelightnercommunications.com, click on the Youth Sports Star graphic, and fill out the form. Special thanks to Shields Trophy, Union Avenue, Altoona, for providing the great-looking award. And speaking of Shields Trophy and
I thought you were going to say,
awards,
speaking of turkeys.
No, I already
right.
got
You're done with that?
I'm
All
done
right.
with that. The first time's always the best. Last week we named
Yes.
we did the Bellwood
Yeah.
Annis game, and we named Andrew Nickham and Nickham.
Nickham.
And they were very happy with the award. The presentation was Thursday up at the high school in Bellwood there. So congratulations again.
Miller
to
and Crowell,
Andrew.
sorry, at the
That's
25 to our right. Hunter Smith has the ball on the tee. He's been given the go-ahead. Short squibbing kick. Taken at the 30 by Kroll. Breaks a tackle. Gets into Central territory
He could
down
go.
the right sideline.
He
He's
could
at
go.
the 30.
They got the
25,
angle on him, though.
20, and he's knocked out of bounds. Great return, thanks to a penalty by the Scarlet Dragons on the touchdown. An unsportsmanlike call puts Central back deep to kick off, and Draven Crowell makes them pay with a long return deep into Central territory. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of the Scarlet Dragons.
And Hunter Smith on the kickoff there was made the out-of-bounds push. And, boy, when you talk about the personal foul down here on Hohenstein compared to what Smith just did with a forearm in the back, the neck there to drive the Tyrone runner out of bounds.
Luke Walk will be the up back, blocking for Brady Ronan from the eye with Walk under center. They pitch it to the left. Walk looking for a block. Ronan looking for some yardage, and he will be taken down for a loss. Jeff Hohenstein coming up to make the tackle, a loss of 1, back to about the 18-yard line, 2nd and 11.
When you run a sweep, you always tell your running back, stay on the hip and don't dip. You can't go out there and try to dip and stop and look around, because that way the pursuit is going to close on you real quick. And that's what happened there.
Baldoff and Gamp will go wide to the right with Ronan in the slot with Gamp. Single back is Luke Walk. Provides some blocking for Ashton Walk, who throws downfield, and it's in and out of the hands. It hit him right in the chest, and that doesn't happen very often to Ross Gamp.
And give Lingenfelder credit. He was right there and hit him exactly at the same time the ball got there. That was bang, bang, but a good defensive play.
3rd and 11. 4-down territory for the Golden Eagles, who trail at 21-0 with 6:03 left to go, second quarter. Irwin Financial halftime show coming your way shortly. Baldoff will go split wide to the far side of the field as they're on the near side hash, and a flag or a timeout. Whistle, and John Franco calls timeout. And he is not happy with what he is seeing from the lineup, that his offense on that play, the formation was not to his liking, and now he's going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, I think, they didn't have a back over there on the other side, even in the slot. And, boy, they gave up numbers on that play. There was a lot more white jerseys to the wide side of the field than there was black, for sure. Stay tuned for the Irwin Financial halftime show. We'll have first half stats and some scores from around the area. That's coming up on the Irwin Financial halftime show with Jim and I and Radio Rich, who's keeping track of us back in the station. Thank you very much, Radio Rich, for all you've done for Jim and I this year. Okay,
Coach Franco has finished his tongue lashing with his offense, and he'll come off the field, and the Golden Eagles know exactly what play they want to run. They're just going to go right to the line of scrimmage. They don't need to talk about this. So Luke Walk will join Ashton Walk in the backfield. Trips right, single left is Draven Crowell.
And Central sent in the house, so he's going to have to get this off quick.
Walk, pressure,
and there
and
he goes
he'll go down.
Not quick enough. Number 10 again. They're just having their way with the Tyrone front right now. And that's Dalton Metzger in on the stop.
Nope, I got 18.
What's
Not
that?
10. It was 18.
18?
Yep,
Thank you.
Jason Clark.
Thank you.
Even
the public,
the jersey was scrunched up.
It was
you
up
couldn't
under.
tell, and he pulled it down because he heard his name not announced. He said, "No, hey, it's 18."
Because it was up under his rib pads.
Yes, it was.
And it
4th
like
and 17 from the 23. Big play for the Golden Eagles. They're going to go for the end zone. Gamp is there for the touchdown.
And he beat Lingenfelter for that touchdown.
Had no idea where the ball was, and on a 4th and 17 from the Central 23, Gamp and Walk put points on the board.
23-yard pass. And again, Gamp uses his body so well.
Romani will attempt the point after. And I don't know. It did. Okay.
Boy, it crawled through there, didn't it?
It did. That was not a pretty one, but it was effective. 5:13, second quarter. That's what the clock shows us. The scoreboard shows us. Central leads it 21-7, and that gives the Tyrone Golden Eagle faithful reason to stand up and cheer.
Right. That was a very, very important possession and score. And then, Jim, we've talked about this, but I want to mention it again. The tragic event happened last week in Tyrone. A fire ripped through Brooks and Family Timber Nation LLC. The business had signed up to sponsor Tyrone Golden Eagle basketball in the upcoming games on WTRN Radio. And despite the fire, has indicated that they will continue with their support of that athletic contest in WTRN Radio. The community is coming together to help by sponsoring a benefit to be held at the Bullpen Restaurant and Sports Bar during and after tonight's game. A $20 donation to attend will also provide you with 20 tickets to win baskets and gift cards provided by area businesses. Winners will be announced at 10 p.m. and must be present to win. All money raised goes directly to the Brooks family. So keep that in mind.
All right, back deep to receive for the Scarlet Dragons. Rule and Benton awaiting the kick from Romani.
Jim, Tyrone cannot give up any more points to Central this first half.
Romani takes it to Benton at the 15, up over the 20. 25-30, and taken down at about the 33, 4-yard line. We'll wait and see where they decide to place it, but the Scarlet Dragons lead it with 2 touchdowns. And they've got time, 5:06 left, and they've got 2 timeouts left. So no sense of urgency to get to the half, but I'm sure they would like to try and get that 3-touchdown lead back right here. 1st and 10 from their own 34.
Josh Patterson and A.J. Coleman in on the stop for the Tyrone Golden Eagles.
Here come the Dragons.
A little bit of confusion here.
Lingenfelter's going to stay in the backfield with Smith. Nope, they're going to stick Lingenfelter in the slot left. Smith slot left. Empty backfield. Hohenstein has it. Quick pass. High. Picked off by Brady Ronan. In and out of the hands of Hunter Smith. Into the hands of Brady Ronan. Johnny on the spot. The return to the 30. And just like that, the Golden Eagles put their offense back out on the field with 5 minutes left to go, second quarter, and the Golden Eagle fans are standing up once again with even more to cheer about. Quick turn of events here in this ball game.
Huge, Jim. And, you know, that's 297 passes attempted this year by Hohenstein. Only the second interception.
Right?
Second interception. Tyrone scores here. They're right back in the game and take momentum.
I formation. Walk brings Gamp to the wing right, and he's going to roll right, and he's looking for Gamp. Nobody home. And now he has some running room left inside the 20, inside the 15, knocked out of bounds at about the 11, 12-yard line. Good recognition of wide open running territory to his left. Ashton Walk picks up, let's see, 18 yards.
Yep, and Jim, he read that so nice because Ross Gamp was going out into the right flat, and he was open, and when he looked at Gamp, the 2 linebackers and the free safety took off after Gamp, and that left one defender to beat, and that who's knocked him out of bounds there. So first down.
From the 12, Walk under center. And they give it to Ronan. Left side, he's got a blocker. Cuts it back inside, looks to go outside, gets inside the 5 to about the 3. I think if he kept it outside instead of dipping in, he gets to the end zone, but he picks up good yardage. Going to be 1st and goal. To just maybe it may be 1st and goal. It's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yep, 2nd and 9. They walked him on down in about the 3, it looks like.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and again, we said that little rhyme at the beginning, get on the outside hip and never dip. And once again, he dipped. But as you said, if he might have stayed on that outside hip, he might have been able to, momentum might have taken him in.
Lots of options in the playbook on this play for Ashton Walk. I formation. Walk could keep it. They could go to Ronan. They're going to keep it on the ground with Ronan. And he is trying for something positive. Just nothing there.
Let's see. It's going to be close.
I don't know if it's enough for a first down, Coach.
They're giving him forward progress to it. Let's see where they mark it. Inside the 3, so he still has about less than a yard.
Maybe a foot or 2.
Yeah. They're going to have trouble going up the middle. I mean, their linebackers are both in the A gaps, and, you know, they're slanting, and everybody's slanting, so it's going to be tough.
They'll send Gamp wide right and Varys wide left. I formation. Walk. Fakes it. He could run it in if he wants, and he does. Touchdown, Ashton Walk. A 3-yard touchdown run by the Tyrone Golden Eagle quarterback. A gutsy play call by the Golden Eagles to try and go wide, looking to pass. Walk takes the option, takes it in for the touchdown, and just like that, we're looking at a 21-14 game with the Rocky Romani extra point coming up. Seems to be some discussion with a defender for the Scarlet Dragons, an equipment issue perhaps? No. Okay. The whistle sounds and the extra point attempt is up. And it is good. Into the neighbor's yard it goes. 21-14 Central leading the Tyrone Golden Eagles. 3 straight touchdowns for Central, and now the Golden Eagles come back with 2 of their own thanks to a short field on the interception by Brady Ronan. A 30-yard drive capped by a 3-yard touchdown run from Ashton Walk.
Good offensive play call there on that last to get going out wide. As we mentioned, they're not going to score going up the middle because they had eight guys right there in the line, and they were all in the gap. So it was going to be very hard when you're outnumbered like that. And they got outside, and he took it in for the touchdown. And, boy, how big is Romani's field goal right now? It would have been even closer.
Well, I was just going to speak also about the switch of momentum. The Dragons had it all, and now very quickly, a really unusual mistake from Jeff Hohenstein. That pass for Smith was high.
It was high.
And Smith had a hard time getting his hands on it, and the tip goes to Ronan. And as a result, the Golden Eagles capitalize with 7. Romani ready to kick it off to Rule or Benton. And it'll go to Benton at the 15, up over the 20-25. Again, taken down at almost the exact same spot he was last time, about the 34-yard line. So the Central Scarlet Dragons see a 3-touchdown lead disappear. It's now just a single touchdown, and there's time on the clock.
Good field position, plus they still have 2 timeouts left.
Do.
And again, open field tackle by Josh Patterson. How many times this year has he been down on special teams to stop that returner?
Going from left to right as we see it here at Gravettes Memorial Field, the ball's just off center between the hash marks as Hohenstein has Smith in the backfield and 3 receivers at his disposal. And they're going to give it to Hunter Smith. Plods at the line of scrimmage and now breaks it outside to the midfield stripe down the left sideline. He's got plenty of blockers and is finally called for stepping out of bounds. What a big gain.
And again,
33-17. Let's give him 35 yards on that run.
And again, Jim, the left side of the Central line is totally caving in. The right defensive side of Tyrone's. They're just going around that and off tackle.
They actually called him out back here at the 42-yard line.
That will help.
Yeah.
3 minutes on a stop clock before the half.
Lingenfelder's in the slot right. Watch for him. Rule's in the backfield along with Jeff Hohenstein. And they're going to give it to Rule.
And again, there we go. Around that. Every time they go around that right side,
left side.
Their left. Tyrone's right.
Uh-huh.
There's nobody there. They're just getting
picking up yards
off.
at will. Yep. 12 yards for Caden Rule on 1st and 10. Now brings up a new set of downs once again.
And the first rule for a defensive end is when...
No pun intended, right?
That first rule was when you're the defensive end and it's coming your way like that on a sweep, you've got to keep your outside shoulder clean. You can't get hooked, and they're getting hooked and put inside.
Rule sidecar left for Hohenstein, who calls for the snap, and Hohenstein's going to keep it. Drags a tackler, Gamp, for a couple on 1st down from the Tyrone 32. Hohenstein takes it down to they finally mark him down at the 27. So it's 2nd down and 5, a long 5 for the Central Scarlet Dragons, who lead it 21-14, a running clock, 2.5 minutes left before halftime here at Gravettes Memorial Field. Alongside Chuck Bannis, I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for joining us all season long. This is our 9th season of calling high school football in northern Blair County for these Golden Eagles. Last week, of course, we were in Bellwood, and tonight it's District 6 playoff action. First round of AAA. Hohenstein, 2 backs in the backfield. He has a blocker. Now he's going to throw downfield. He's got it to Smith. Smith is not going to go down with just 1 tackler. And it looks like he's got enough for a 1st down. Well-designed play by the Central Scarlet Dragons and their offensive brain trust.
And Nathan and Josh Patterson in on the stop there for Tyrone.
They got just enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 from the Tyrone 21. Still 2 timeouts. Running clock inside a minute 45 as the Dragons come to the line of scrimmage. Rule and Miller in the backfield. Watch for Lingenfelder, locked up left, wide left, and they're going to go to the ground. Hunter Smith, gang tackled. Not much doing there. Golden Eagle defense stands up strong. And time becoming a factor, though.
Yep.
Down to a minute 20. 2nd and 7, a long 7. Give him just shy of 3 yards on that play.
Nathaniel Patterson had him around the legs and held on for the Cavalry.
From the right side hash mark, and now the Golden Eagles want to call timeout and talk about it. Let's talk, while he talks about his defense, let's talk about our sponsors, Chuck.
Okay, again, Tyrone Tire and Automotive, the Bullpen Restaurant, Mag Industries, Premier Pest Control, Community Pharmacy, Allied Milk Producers, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, Billy Joe Friday Agency, Varilla Real Estate, Max Market and the Gridiron, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria. You like that, don't you, Jim? Pizzeria.
When you say that, pizzeria.
Pizzeria.
You practice that during the week.
I took a class in that and how to say that. So, Reeder Electric, the Student Bookstore of State College, Grace Baptist Church, Longs Field Service, and Save-A-Lot in downtown Tyrone. And also tonight we want to thank from Roaring Springs, Frederick's Meat Market, and from Tyrone, Powerhouse Subs of Tyrone, for going together and splitting the costs so that Tyrone could stream the game live tonight to be enjoyed by Tyrone Golden Eagle and Central fans all over the United States and the world for that matter.
All right, a minute 4 left. 2nd and 6 from the Tyrone 18. They fake it to Rule, looking to throw. Flushed, looking, avoids a tackle, and is not going to avoid that tackle. A loss of 4 on the play, maybe 5. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11 from the Tyrone 22-yard line.
And the key to that was they kept him head in, and they did not allow him to break containment instead of just going in on sharp angles so that he could get outside.
Central called the timeout to stop the clock.
Right, 52.9 seconds to go. Next 2 plays are big. Tyrone does not want to give up another score. And if they don't, Jim, I think Tyrone will take momentum into the locker room.
Central gets the kickoff to start the second half. So the Scarlet Dragons can certainly factor that into their play calls here, knowing that they're going to get the ball back when they come out of the halftime locker room. Still with 1 timeout for the Dragons. So let's set the stage. 3rd and 12. From the Tyrone 22-yard line, 52.9 seconds left.
And you want to watch Lingenfelter on a slant, on a post.
Baldoff has him locked up, single coverage with help from the secondary and the safety. Hohenstein rolling right, stops, looks, he's going deep. And he's not going to find an open receiver. That was Lingenfelter. He slipped inside the 5, and that was going to be a tough completion regardless. There was good coverage there by Deegan Baldoff, Coach.
Deegan Baldoff did a really good job because Lingenfelter did exactly what we said he was going to do. He was going to try to slant in for a post. Lingenfelter cut him off, and he wouldn't let him go in. And
Baldoff cut him off.
Yes. Yeah, Baldoff cut Lingenfelter off. So now a big
All right,
fourth
big play.
down.
Here you go, 4th and 12. This is a big play offense. They're used to these kinds of situations. Confidence abounds for this Central offense. Can they pick up the first down gain? Caught at the goal line. Is that Benton on the receiving end? Wow. Just so calm. Jeff Hohenstein just locks up with Jacob Benton for the first down. The clock now rolls. 31, 30, 29, 28. 1st and goal from the 1. They have a timeout. They're going to hurry up. Hohenstein with Rule. Hohenstein dropped the football, picks it up, and tries to forge ahead. They're going to have to call the timeout. Wow.
And
what a big play. Jeff Hohenstein in a hurry, dropped the snap, picked it up, and barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Where are they going to spot that? On the 1?
Yep.
So did he actually gain a yard on that?
It was first and goal from the 1.
Oh, it was still at the 1.
So back to the line of scrimmage.
Thought he was at the 2 there to start.
No.
That. And that's Central's. Isn't that?
That's
they
their
have
last
no
timeout.
timeouts left. So let's see.
So they could. They have a play they could run. Could they have enough time to get back to the line of scrimmage and spike it, or do they really have very few options here except to go to the air?
The field's short, so it's a little bit tougher to throw when you're on the 1 yard line. Especially the other thing is, Jim, they've got Hunter Smith, and he, from 1 yard out, he is so prolific.
I'm surprised they didn't go to him on the last play.
I am too. So we're gonna see. And if they don't get in here and Tyrone is smart, they lay on top of whoever they tackle. And
I'm sorry.
until they call a flatbed to get him off. Don't get off that ball carrier.
All right, they start the play clock. To the line of scrimmage they go. They have Rule in the backfield. Hohenstein.
Watch to they're throwing the Central's left. They're going to go left.
Low snap. Hohenstein is going to throw for the end zone. Wide open receiver. They really sold out on the run, did the Golden Eagles, and I believe, is it Lingenfelter?
Can't see. They're all surrounding him.
Couldn't quite see who it was from our vantage point. My apology, but regardless, the score is up, and that just took 5 seconds. So it's 27-14, 7.1 left in the half.
And that ties the state record of 137 touchdown passes for Jeff Hohenstein of Central. So congratulations on that for tying the Pennsylvania high school record. Getting ready for the extra point here, Jim.
Yeah, Hunter Smith is going to go into the record books with Jeff Hohenstein because he was on the receiving end of that touchdown. 28-14, Central gets a score back in what has become an entertaining first half of football. And one of the things Chuck talked about in our pregame as far as the keys to the game was that Tyrone was going to need to play a full 4 quarters of football, which they had not done pretty much all season. And right now, they're in a ball game, down 28-14. And Central will get the football back to start the second half. And I would only offer that my thoughts immediately go to when the Eagles come out for that kickoff, take a page out of the playbook of the Huntington Bearcats. And was it Huntington that did? No, it was Penns Valley. Penns Valley did the onside kick to start the second half.
Yeah. The adjustments that the Tyrone coaching staff are going to make at halftime are huge. They're going to definitely have to do something to give support to their defensive right side of their defensive line because they're just getting bowed back.
Miller and Crowell back deep to receive the kick from Hunter Smith, who just received the pass that puts Jeff Hohenstein into the record books for most touchdown passes in state history.
He tied.
They're tied right excuse
now.
Me.
That's right.
And it's an onside kind of a squib kick, if you will. And it is taken by A.J. Coleman. Good job by Coleman to get his hands on it.
And number 64 for Central made on the stop there, and that is Culp.
All right.
Hank Culp. 3.7 seconds. Central will probably put 8 people back 40 yards deep.
And a lot of folks would recognize the Culp name in the Cove.
They're going to rush 4.
Walk looking to throw, and he avoids a sack in the backfield and throws it out of bounds to end the half. That'll do it.
I was like, my phone say this kid. And then I get up and I'm like, trying to, you know.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Tyrone Golden Eagle Marching Band. Our band is going to present their 2022 show, Angels and Demons. The hymn Salvation is created serves as a recurring theme in this show, written by Raymond Stanley, depicting the eternal battle between good and evil. It begins with a powerful prologue, the battle of eternal, before launching into the sinister sound of the Dark Brigade. Then an original tape on Salvation is created, represents voices of light before the show concludes with an epic battle of dark versus light. The band is led on the field by drum majors Bailey Martinez and Austin White. The band is under the direction of Mr. David Huck. The 2022 marching band staff includes Major Instructor Mark Fink, Color Guard Instructor Lisa Geisinger, Major Instructor Greg Preppich, and Percussion Instructor Rob Bonsall. Drill design is by Mark Garside. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting their 2022 Tyrone Golden Eagle Marching Band and Angels and Demons. your Tyrone Golden Eagle Marching Band.
Notre Dame, now 5-3 on the season, has a very tough assignment at home, facing undefeated and 8-0 Clemson. Clemson is now ranked at number 5. You can hear the game on Classic Favorites, though, tomorrow evening, starting with the pregame show at 6:30. Night game kickoff at 7:30. And, of course, the Steelers have the bye week as they take on the New Orleans Saints next week. Well, we'll return with more. Jim and Chuck have the second half of tonight's game as the Golden Eagles are trailing the Central Scarlet Dragons in a semifinal game in 3A. 28-14 is the score at halftime. And the winner of this game will face the number 1 seed, Penn Cambria, who has a bye this week.
You've been listening to The Halftime Show, brought to you by Irwin Financial on WTRN. We'll go back to the field for the third quarter right after this.
There's nothing more exciting than seeing your company name or logo imprinted or embroidered on quality business apparel. Proactive Sports in Altoona can make your business or organization stand out with their custom art department, screen printing, and embroidery. Whether it's for a business, high school, college, a local sports team, club, or even logo design for an event, Proactive Sports is your go-to source for screen printing and embroidery. And they even customize. Find them on the web at proactivesportsinc.com or stop in and see Proactive Sports in their shop at 5910 California Avenue in Altoona.
Having a good, reliable vehicle isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Wouldn't you want to buy a vehicle from a business that's been servicing automobiles for years? You should buy from Tyrone Tire and Automotive. They've got a nice selection of fully refurbished used vehicles with great warranties, and their technicians are certified for state inspections, and they'll service your vehicle from the engine to the tires. Worried about getting a loan? At Tyrone Tire and Automotive, it's buy here, pay here. For your next vehicle, go to Tyrone Tire and Automotive, TyroneAuto.com, or find them on Facebook.
High school football games are fun, but where do you go when the game's over? The Bullpen Restaurant and Sports Bar. You'll love the Bullpen's relaxing atmosphere and their variety of delicious foods. Appetizers like nachos, fried shrimp, and their original bull chips. Wings in your favorite varieties, including the Bullpen's famous bull sauce. Juicy burgers, sandwiches and entrees like ribeye, sirloin, and New York strip steak. Plus a full-service bar with 16 drafts on tap. After the game, head to the Bullpen Restaurant and Sports Bar, 207 Jefferson Avenue, Tyrone.
Mag Industries Ltd. is a family-owned sales and distribution company located in Tyrone. Mag Industries pride themselves on cutting-edge manufacturing and distribution, and they're also proud to be a part of the Tyrone business community, one of the best places to work in the area. You can find Mag Industries on Indeed.com to view their latest available job postings. Everyone at Mag Industries Ltd. would like to wish the Tyrone Golden Eagles the best of luck this season. Go Eagles!
Something bugging you? It's time to call Premier Pest Control. If your home or office is being overtaken by insects or rodents, call 684-2600. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour guaranteed response to your call. Avoid the hassle of having to explain your problem to several people before you even see the serviceman. When you call Premier Pest Control, you'll talk directly to the serviceman. So call 684-2600 and tell them what's bugging you. Premier Pest Control offers 24-hour response, serving Altoona, Tyrone State College, and surrounding areas.
Community Pharmacy in Tyrone, your locally owned and operated independent pharmacy. We offer prescriptions and compounding services along with a wide range of over-the-counter products, Sunny Incontinence products, and Nova Safety and Mobility products. Stop in Community Pharmacy in Tyrone and shop our gift and seasonal decor, all priced with everyday low pricing. Don't forget to check out our full wall of designer greeting cards, value priced at 99 cents or $1.99. Community Pharmacy in Tyrone, small enough to know you, large enough to fulfill your pharmacy needs.
From Altoona to State College and everywhere in between, this is 96.9 and 100.7 WTRN, Tyrone, Altoona, Classic Favorites, a service of Leitner Communications.
And it is our great service, Chuck Bannis and myself, to bring you Tyrone Golden Eagle football all season long. 9th year that we've gotten together on a Friday night to bring you the action, and right now, lots of action left to go. 2 more quarters of this District 6 AAA playoff game. Central leads at 28-14. Both teams are out on the field, and we're pretty much ready to get things back underway.
Captains will come out. And, you know, we want we mentioned this before during our start of our halftime show, but sometimes the people on the streams don't get that because they take our audio off and so they can share the band. But we did want to give some shout out to some special people: Harry Sickler for one, Brian Bressler, Bill Latchford, Bill Fink, Cindy from Tyrone, who's been
Angie down in Virginia.
Yep. Just Zach
John Harlow,
Virginia, Zach Takoya and Zyla from Savannah, Georgia. I mean, always listening and taking the time out to let us know that they're listening.
All
so
right.
thank you very much as we're getting ready to start the second half of action.
Let's see. Benton's been back there returning, and they've been kicking away from Rule. They've kicked it to Benton, who lined up on the right side of the tandem, and now they've put him on the left side. And see if Rocky Romani kicks away from him again and goes to Benton, who's had some decent returns, but obviously it would appear the Scarlet Dragons prefer that Rule get his hands on one. Romani with the run up, puts his foot into it, and it goes to Rule at the 17, up over the 25, 30. 35, 40, and dragged down at the 42-yard line. Patterson with the tackle, along with A.J. Coleman and also Austin Lucas.
Good field position again for starting for Central back at their 42-yard line. And then, Jim, some good news for Tyrone Golden Eagle fans as they look forward to next year at the same time with the Laurel Highlands Conference. Hohenstein's a senior, and so is Lingenfelter. They won't be back.
Speaking of Lingenfelter, he comes wide to the near side of the field here at Gray Vets. The ball's on the left side hash, going from left to right. Hohenstein has it. He's going to go right to the air and make a completion. And I believe that was caught by, was that Jason Clark? No, that would have been number 10, Dalton Metzger.
And Deegan Baldoff in on the stop for Tyrone. Pick up of
Quick
about 4.
hitter through the air for 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. We're just underway, third quarter. Central leads Tyrone 28-14. Hohenstein is going to hand. Hunter Smith tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Was that Patterson?
Yep.
Yes, it was.
11, Patterson.
Yep. Josh Patterson with the credit on that one. He and Nathan are both out there, of course. The familiar
big third down,
twins.
Jim. Big third down.
This is a big third down.
Big third down stop. 3 and out to start for Central, and Tyrone could come down the field and score. We got ourselves a really good ball game.
3 receivers to the left. Lingenfelter locked up with Ronan to the right. Smith in the backfield, sidecar right for Jeff Hohenstein. Claps for it, low snap, looking to the air. Deep pass over the middle and caught. That is also a very talented receiver. Shaylin Yingling with the catch.
And Josh Patterson just not quite quick enough to stay up with him. The speed beat Josh deep there. He did make the tackle, but a big first down.
Hohenstein just put it right on the mark, really almost in stride. And so the 3rd and 6 play that you talked about now brings up a 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Golden Eagles.
Now watch this off tackle left for Central.
They give it to Rule. And he's going to pick up yardage, probably about 7.
Yep, every time
they
they
just
run that.
can't seem to do anything to stop positive yards on that side of the defensive line for Tyrone. It's a gain of 7, 2nd and 3 from the Tyrone 13-yard line. I don't recall the last time they ran the ball anywhere else but there.
We've been, once you call it from up here, you can tell they're going that way. And they can't stop it. They just haven't been able to stop it.
Rule and Smith with Hohenstein, and they give it to Smith this time, and they do bring it to the right side. And Smith, it takes 4 Golden Eagles to bring him down. Weaver gets up off the bottom. but not before they gain, looks like just shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the Golden Eagles' 11-yard line. Going from left to right, for those of you on the radio broadcast here at Gray Vets Memorial Field, the ball's between the hash marks. Hohenstein gives the clap, and he's going to keep it. And he's going to get the first down. Inside the 5, spins near the goal line. 1st and goal for the Scarlet Dragons. There are just so many options. You don't know which one is coming.
No, Central has a very good football team. There is no question about that.
They're on a 7-game win streak. I don't know how they lost 2.
They lost 2, one to BG and one to Penn Cambria, who they
will see again, maybe.
If
it
they
depends
hold
on how
here.
things go here.
But those are
lots of
2
football
games
left. So it's 1st and goal from the Tyrone 2. Smith in the backfield. And they go direct snap to Hunter Smith, and he is into the end zone. 2-yard touchdown for Hunter Smith. He's having a game, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
34-14 with the extra point upcoming from who else? Hunter Smith.
This next possession from Tyrone is just critical. It could be over if they don't do something.
That's a 3-minute and 51-second drive. 58 yards. And the extra point. Bad snap. The hold by Lingenfelder. He uses his hands as a strong wide receiver to get it on the tee, and Smith puts it through. 35-14, 8:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter of this first round District 6 AAA playoff game. Alongside Chuck Bannis and Jim Gregory, thank you very much for keeping us tuned in, because it's really important that you also give us a chance to not only talk about the action on the field, but the hard work of our sales staff for WTRN and Leitner Communications to get probably the longest list of sponsors in the history of high school football.
And they've done such a good job for
Yes.
us all year. Tyrone Tire and Automotive, the Bullpen Restaurant, Mag Industries, Premier Pest Control, Community Pharmacy, Allied Milk Producers, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, Billy Joe Friday Agency, Varilla Real Estate, Max Market in the Gridiron, Thriving Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Reeder Electric, the Student Bookstore of State College, Grace Baptist Church, Longsfield Service, and Save-A-Lot in Tyrone. And also joining them tonight for the streaming, splitting the cost of streaming so you can watch the stream, is Frederick's Meat Market of Roaring Springs and Powerhouse Subs of Tyrone. Jim?
Miller and Crowell back deep to receive, and it'll go short to Coleman at his 25. Looking for a block, and the ball's in the air, and it's on the turf. Who has it?
And his own man knocked that ball out of Coleman's hand. It looks like Tyrone was lucky enough to recover that.
Wow, Patterson gets up with it. Wow.
Coleman went to cut back and ran right into one of the Tyrone Golden Eagles, and the ball popped right up. He was never touched by a white jersey. Just didn't hold on to the football tight enough. Dodged the bullet there, Jim.
Ooh, that would have been devastating.
Tyrone will have it 1st and 10 at their own 31. 8:04 left. The Golden Eagles trail 35-14 with a must offensive series
And
here.
Central restores what was a 3-touchdown lead back to 21 points, and the pass is knocked down. And let's make sure we say it was 18. Jason Clark this time, and not Dalton Metzger, getting our 8s and our 0s mixed up. Stops the clock with 8 minutes left to go. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 from their own 31-yard line. For those on the radio broadcast here at Gray Vets, the Golden Eagles, as we see it, going from right to left on your radio dial. Here's an unusual formation. They want to try and open things up for Gamp. Walk. Throws it to him, and it's knocked away at the last second, and now the flags come in as they're going to call Hohenstein for pass interference. He never looked back for the ball.
No.
That's a bang call.
He had his hand on his back too.
Did he?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I did not see that. I
He
thought he got
actually-
his hand in between the the receiver
one
and the
hand
ball.
He did, but his backhand was on the back of the receiver.
All right, pass interference is the call.
He used to boost himself up because he's not that tall. Gamp is 6'2", Hohenstein's 5'4". No, he's not that, but I mean, he's not nearly as tall as Gamp.
So it's a first down thanks to the penalty from their own 46-yard line.
And Hohenstein just walked away. He knew it. Lingenfelter grabbed his head, he was praying up. He was doing everything to try to tell the referee, no way.
Walk wants to throw, rolling right. Good blocking from Lucas Walk, but now the pressure comes, and down goes Ashton Walk in the hands of, was that Smith? Justin Smith?
Justin Smith. Boy,
Hunter Smith, excuse me, sorry.
Ashton Walk has to throw that ball away, even if he has to throw it up into the press box. Because he ran, when the pocket started to collapse, he ran right back into the pocket.
It's a loss of 9, back to the 37 on the sack by Hunter Smith.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 19 for the Golden Eagles.
Walk comes out, and Weaver comes in, and he'll go into the slot right, joining Draven Crowell to the right with Gamp in the slot left, along with Deegan Baldoff. Walk wants to throw.
Oh, my.
They set up the screen for Brady Ronan, and sneaking through is Hunter Smith.
And he just ran right by
3 Tyrone blockers.
And specifically, which surprises me, is he ran right by number 72 for Tyrone, and that's a Tyrone's standout. Braden Ewing. Mm-hmm. And he just ran right by him. They had 3 blockers there, and Smith was the only one in white, and no one touched him. Bringing up a 3rd and 19. There was no game on that play.
They're going to call it a loss of a yard.
3rd and 20.
So
right.
3rd and 20 from the 36. Play clock is a problem. 4-3, Walk has it. Couple steps drop, looking for Gamp. Lingenfelter is there to knock it away with help from the safety, and that was Eli Muthler. So that'll bring up the punting situation for A.J. Coleman and the Tyrone Golden Eagles, who trail 35-14 with 6:13 on a clock. That is stopped after the incompletion. So on a possession they needed to do something with, the Tyrone Golden Eagles actually go backwards thanks to a sack. 3 and a low line drive. Eli Lingenfelter will let it take a Tyrone bounce inside the 25 to about the central 21-yard line.
And Andrew Weaver picks it up and hands it to the official.
So 1st and 10 for this prolific Central Scarlet Dragon offense, with quarterback Jeff Hohenstein looking to now break the state record for most career touchdown passes in Pennsylvania history. He tied it earlier on a connection with Hunter Smith. And now we could be witnessing state high school football history, but the Tyrone Golden Eagles defense has other thoughts. They have an interception tonight thanks to a tip pass that Brady Ronan picked off over the left side. Not as much there that time for Caden.
Deegan Baldoff on the stop there for Tyrone.
Caden Rule not picking up as many yards on that one. They do get a long 3. He's going to bring up 2nd and 7. And who is stopping the clock for player to tie their shoe here back at the 40-yard line.
Clock is still running.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Okay, well, they didn't have to stop it because the Scarlet Dragons are at the line of scrimmage ready to go. Play clock down to 4, 3, 2. They get it off. Pass out here to Lingenfelter. Ronan breaks it down. Lingenfelter avoids the tackle, avoids another tackle. It takes 3 to bring him down.
Lucas
Shifty is Eli Lingenfelter. He gets up and has a word with Brady Ronan, and the officials are going to call, I don't know that they would say taunting, but Lingenfelter got up and had words with Brady Ronan as he walked and ran back to the huddle. The official was right there.
You can tell by the mannerisms on the field, Central's been chirping there a little bit for a while, so let's see.
Unsportsmanlike against
Central.
The Dragons.
But again, 3 missed tackles, and Ronan and Patterson are usually sure tackles. And then the third missed tackle on that came from Tyrone's number 25, and that was Luke Walk, and he's usually a sure tackle. So they're helped out with a not too smart play on Lingenfelder, which cost his team 15 yards.
Back to the 28.
But it will be 1st and 10 because that would have been a dead ball foul.
Right. Smith in the backfield, sidecar right for Hohenstein at quarterback. 3 receivers left, single right. That's Lingenfelder. And they go to the ground with Smith over the 30. 35, sets up a blocker and gets the first down across the 35 to about the 39-yard line.
And what side did they run on, Jim? Same side, right over there.
That wasn't a direct play through that hole. That was more of a misdirection.
He bounced it outside too, but there's no containment over there. No one staying home on that right side. They're either getting caved in and screened off or walled off or something. But, boy, they just cannot stop that run.
1st and 10 from their own 39. 4:42 left third quarter. 28-14 your score with Central on top. 35-14. Deep pass. It is intercepted at the 40. Draven Crowell. Down the left sideline.
He's gone.
He's gone for the touchdown. Draven Crowell, a 60-yard interception return, and a pass that was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it went into the hands of Draven Crowell. 14. Deep pass. It is intercepted at the 40. Draven Crowell. Down the left sideline.
He's gone.
He's gone for the touchdown. Draven Crowell, a 60-yard interception return, and a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
So from the spot of the foul, if they enforce this penalty, as it looks like they are going to do,
it'll still
a
be
60-yard interception return for a touchdown by Draven Crowell is going to be taken off the boards. The interception will stand. They'll take it back to the 43-yard line of the Scarlet Dragons.
Boy, that I don't know about that one. Well, we're not going to. All right.
Well, you got to put it behind you, move on, and so the Golden Eagles now with a chance, with 2 interceptions tonight.
That ball, his arm was hit just as he threw,
Mm-hmm.
so we'll give him the benefit on that one. But that's his 3rd interception of the year now.
Walk has it. He's going to throw, and it was intended for Colton Barris, and it was not on the mark.
And Barris wasn't even looking for the pass. He was still running his route, and the ball came in low.
2nd and 10. 35-14, Central with the lead. They led by 3 touchdowns in the first half, and now they built it back to a 3-touchdown lead after the Golden Eagles cut into it to trail just 21-14, but now it's the Scarlet Dragons getting all the momentum back. Walk. Quick pass out in the flat for Brady Ronan. Avoids the tackle from Lingenfelder. From Hohenstein. Inside the 30 to the 25, and out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. First down for the Golden Eagles. Good catch and run after the catch by Brady Ronan.
And that was what they have to do, is take advantage of what they're giving them. Those flats are open, and pick up the extra yardage with the run there instead of trying to go deep all the time. They have plenty of time to chip away at this. 35-14 with 3:59 left in the third quarter.
Walk in the backfield with Walk. Ashton has it. Pumps. He wants to go deep. He's got Ronan out of his reach. Step for step was Jeff Lingenfelder with Brady Ronan. That was a low percentage opportunity that Ashton Walk tried to complete there. So the incompletion brings up 2nd and 10 from the Central 24-yard line.
It short hopped in to Varus. Now, this is 2-down territory. I mean, there's no question about that. They have to go for, and again, they don't have to pick up 10 or 11 yards on this play. They can get close to the first down to make it a more percentage fourth down if they have to go for it.
Walk's going to roll to his left. He's going to look to throw. Sets his feet. Goes across the field for Gamp, and it's knocked away. Lingenfelter with the coverage on Gamp. Again, just trying to hope
very
that
low percentage
Ross Gamp
pass.
could come down and make a play, and he's done it many times, but you're going up against some pretty good athletes in that secondary.
The other thing is you're running to your left, throwing back all the way across the field to your right, and throwing late in the middle. That's like 3 mortal sins in one play.
On a 3rd and 10, you're going for the home run ball. You can't afford to go for the home run ball here. You've got to get 10 to keep this drive alive. 4th and 10 from the 24. Walk. Feels the pressure, throws up a jump ball and knocked away, incomplete by the Scarlet Dragons, who...
Jacob Benton. He saw that, and rather than pull it down for the interception, he knew all he had to do is bat it down, and they would get better field position.
And so what was an interception return for a touchdown is brought back because of a block in the back, and the Scarlet Dragons then force the turnover on downs. So the turnover, the interception by Hohenstein, his 2nd of the night, does not hurt them the way the first interception in the first half by Brady Ronan, that it did lead to points. So 35-14 remains our score with 3:26 left to go in the 3rd quarter. So Central takes over. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Hohenstein gives it to Rule, and he forges ahead for 5. Out to about the 29. He may have reached the 30, so let's give him 5. He's going to bring up 2nd and 5. And that clock will roll down to the 3-minute mark left 3rd quarter.
That time they ran the ball off the guard hole and picked up 5. And as Jim said, brings up a 2nd and 5 with 3 minutes left on the running clock in the 3rd quarter.
Now this is a first. I formation. Hohenstein goes under center. And they run it, not for a first down, but they'll pick up a good 3 or 4. I believe that was Rule again.
And number 6 again
for
Tyrone was Nathaniel Patterson in on the stop.
And they do give him enough for a first down. Needed to reach the 34. It looks like it's half a football short, but they eyeball it and give him a new set of downs. Scarlet Dragons will try to use the play clock as much as they can, leading by 3 scores with the end of the 3rd quarter coming up quickly. Split backs on either side of the hip of Jeff Hohenstein. Needs a touchdown pass to set the state record for most in a career. There's Hunter Smith with the carry.
Give him about 6 on that play, Jim. He carries a couple Tyrone Golden Eagles down the field. Number 6 there is again in the step, and that's Nathaniel Patterson.
The ball just touching the 40-yard line of the Dragons. Coming up, post-game, ARC Federal Credit Union post-game show. We'll have the player of the game for the Golden Eagles, as they have sponsored that award all season long. Not to slight anybody for the Dragons, of course. Hunter Smith lowers his shoulder and
nice
maybe
play.
Gets a yard or 2.
Very good play. Let's see who gets off the ball. Again, number 6, Nathaniel Patterson. Boy, he stopped. That's the first time I've seen Smith stopped without any forward motion. Good tackle, open field tackle.
Give him 3, though. Brings up 3rd and short, less than a yard it looks like. Yeah, make it a full yard. Here come the Dragons to the line of scrimmage.
Running in on the line of scrimmage there after they broke the huddle.
Caden Fisher in the backfield provides some blocking for Hohenstein, who picks up the first down. They still haven't gotten him to the turf, and finally he does go down. Forward progress gets him to the 46.
Number 68 for Tyrone in on the stop there, and that is, we don't have a 68 in our program, Jim, for Tyrone.
Under 30 seconds. They'll have to run a play as the play clock is at 13 with the game clock at 22. Dragons break the huddle. Smith will go slot right. Benton right, wide right.
Watch
Twins left. The handoff goes to Rule.
Nathaniel
Skitters
Patterson.
a couple of yards ahead.
Nathaniel Patterson took his legs out, and Josh Patterson finished it. So the Patterson twins strike again.
That's the end of the third quarter here at Gray Vets Memorial Field. District 6 football, AAA first-round playoff game. Central Scarlet Dragons lead at 35-14. You're listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle football, playoff style, on 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN. Back with the fourth quarter after this.
This
When
is
it comes
Nathan
to harvesting
Verilla, your
timber in Central
1999
PA, one name comes to mind, Justin Reeder. Justin Reeder is a well-established timber harvesting company based in Tyrone, specializing in quality timber harvesting, firewood, timber transport, and residential tree removal, serving Tyrone and surrounding areas. Justin Reeder strives to be the best and provides the best quality services at premium prices for each and every customer. Call Justin Reeder, 814-327-8515, and be sure to visit them on Facebook.
96.9 and 100.7 WTRN. Classic favorites.
We're back for the start of the fourth quarter here at Gray Vets Memorial Field alongside Chuck Bannis. I'm Jim Gregory. Thank you very much for keeping us tuned here with the live stream. If you've been watching it there, hope you're enjoying that. But thank you to Leitner Communications for allowing us the opportunity to bring it to you on the live radio broadcast all season long as Hunter Smith takes the handoff and doesn't find any room there on a 2nd and 8. No gain.
And
Should bring up 3rd and 8.
Nathaniel Patterson has him by one leg, and is that Josh Patterson? Yep, Josh Patterson has the other. So the Patterson twins wanted to make a wish there, Jim.
Looks like they may have given him a yard.
Just a little.
Split backs on either side of quarterback Jeff Hohenstein. Single receivers left and right. Hohenstein, play fake, looking to throw, and he's going to go down. He felt the pressure in his face. He saw Gamp.
Ross Gamp.
Yep.
And Ewing.
And Ewing.
Yeah, both of them in there. Big loss. So that's
he just kept drifting back and waiting for somebody to open up. And by the time he wanted to try and throw, he was just not able to throw it downfield the distance he needed to off his back foot.
This is first punt for Central tonight, and it comes with 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. First punt.
From their own 35. Kroll and Baldoff are set to return the punt as the high snap gets away from Hunter Smith. And he's going to run it. He's going to get the first down on the fake punt. The Golden Eagles retreated to block. Hunter Smith watched it, waited. He was going to punt rugby style and decided, you know what, I think I can get it. And he did. Wow.
And what can you say?
What a big play by the Hunter Smith has been the player of the game for either team.
Yep,
Just
great call. Great call by Central. Caught Tyrone totally unprepared for that. It just, it reminds me of Penns Valley. It's just a 4th and a school bus trip, and you a fake punt and pick up the first down.
From the Tyrone 41, Hohenstein with Rule in the backfield. Gives it to the diminutive one over the right side, down the right sideline. Baldoff, last guy that can get him out, and does. Throws a shoulder in to number 25, Caden Rule. Knocks him out of bounds, but not before a big gain from the 41. They're going to mark him out at the 13. In my book, that Latrobe High School math tells me that's 18 yards.
Yep, and Patterson, Nathaniel Patterson, comes up limping on the play, and he come limping off there.
28.
I know. I wasn't going to say anything.
I hope nobody's listening in Latrobe.
Well, they're used to
My
it.
math teacher is like.
Yeah, I had him. I remember. Okay.
I was kidding.
Oh, man.
Lingenfelter wide open on the left side. Gets inside the 5. Did he get to the end
it's
zone?
A fumble.
He fumbled
Ball's
in the
loose.
end zone?
Yes, that's a fumble. That should be a touchback.
It's a
It
touchback.
is a touchback. So Lingenfelter fumbled.
He really was trying to get to the end zone, just extra yards, trying to find the goal line, and now it's
and
a
no
fumble.
state record on that because
That's
that would have
right.
been a state record, and he fumbled going into the end
Wow.
zone.
Excellent call.
My goodness.
Wow. Huh.
You know what that means.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
I doubt very seriously if Central will take Hohenstein out now because they'll want him in there.
Well, it looks like they may have another opportunity.
Yeah, they will. They'll have another game too, probably, because I think this is going to be a pretty tough one to come back. They're down 21. But boy, that was huge. There was a nice play.
That's
didn't
a
give up.
no-quit play by the Tyrone defense.
Exactly.
Walk with Ronan, pistol formation. Throws out to the far sideline, and it's complete to Draven Crowell over the 25-30.
Hold on to that.
And goes down at the 32.
Tackled by number 12, and that, of course, is Caden Fisher. First
Golden
down.
Eagles will huddle up, or will they go no huddle? Nope. They're gonna continue to huddle up, down by 3 scores, under 9 minutes. 50 seconds to play. Clock rolls. Baldoff goes wide to the top side. 3 receivers right. Walk has it. Got time. Throws it. Intended and caught by Brady Roan, and then hit hard by Eli Lingenfelter.
Lingenfelter still...
and Lingenfelter, to his credit, got up and walked away.
Walked away, yeah. He's already been flagged once for a personal foul, and he wanted to unload there because he's still probably seething because of that fumble that he did going into the end zone.
But give Ronan credit for holding on to a hard hit after the catch. Walk. Pressure. Caught by Weaver at the 45 and then taken down at the 47-yard line by Jeff Hohenstein.
And he ran right into Hohenstein. But a nice play, nice catch. First down, Tyrone.
Under 8 minutes to play.
Nice pump fake by Ashton Walk. He actually had Rule jumping in the air and bought himself some time to complete that pass. Nicely done by Walk.
Wing left is Ronan. They bring him in to the right side now. 3 receivers to the right with time. Walk now has to avoid the pressure. Looks to throw downfield, and it's incomplete, and he was hit hard right at the time that he released that football. Wow. And that was a clean hit.
So that's going to bring up a
Wyatt Holsinger
second down.
Just leveled Ashton Walk, who, to his credit, jumped right up. Stops the clock. Did you say it? 8:29. Second and 10 from the 47. Miller and Crowell to the near side with Gamp slot left with Baldoff, and they send Miller in motion, so 3 receivers left. Caught by Colton Miller at the 50 and then taken down with no help over there by 3 Scarlet Dragon defenders. It's going to bring up third and a short 5.
Hohenstein, who made the tackle, and he got up waving to the sideline that he needed to come out. He's over there on the 50, Jim, and he's got his hands on his hips and his head's down. So he was shaking up a little bit on that tackle there.
Every second counts at this point for the Golden Eagles, who are not showing much urgency getting in and out of the huddle as the play clock down to 8 seconds. Walk, trying to find time, trying to find a receiver, trying to throw the football, and does for Crowell. Incomplete, knocked away at the last second. The ball hung up, and that allowed the defender, I believe it's Dalton Metzger, was it 10?
I can't tell. He's still down on the field there. Looks like he
made a great play to come back and make that.
He's trying to get up, but He's
breakup.
Up now.
He is
He's
up.
back down now. Yeah, it looks like an ankle injury. Okay, that's Jim again. Thanks to our sponsors, Tyrone Tire and Auto, the Bullpen Restaurant, Mag Industries, Premier Pest Control, Community Pharmacy, Allied Milk Producers, Justin Reeder Timber Harvesting, Billy Joe Friday Agency, Varilla Real Estate, Max Market and the Gridiron, Thrivent Financial, Gino's Pizzeria, Reeder Electric, the Student Bookstore, Grace Baptist Church, Long's Field Service, and Save a Lot. Jim?
All right. Big fourth down play. Trying to get some points on the board here, trailing by 3 scores. 7:34 left, fourth and a long 5. Walk. Once Gamp caught, enough for a first down, and he'll bowl his way ahead to make sure they get the first down. They'll have to move the change and stop the clock. Golden Eagles have all 3 timeouts left.
Eli Murther.
But the clock is definitely working against them now.
On the tackle there.
Trying to pick up the pace here a little bit from the Central 40 walk. They do a hitch and go for Draven Crowell, but the interception by the safety coming over, knocked away.
No.
Crowell ended up playing defensive back as Jeff Lingenfelder came over from his safety position, and he's slow to get up.
And Hohenstein is the one that...
Hohenstein went up high and may have landed awkwardly on his back.
Because he had left 2 plays earlier, too. If that's Hohenstein going off, Jim?
It is. Mm-hmm.
He had left 2 plays earlier. He was shaken up on the pass to Miller.
But the Golden Eagles now bring up a 2nd and 10 from the Central 40. They get a break with the dropped interception by Hohenstein. Walk, wants to throw. Has time. Now he can run it to the left side if he wants. Closing quickly is Rule. Caden Rule throws him down short of the first down marker. Give credit to Caden Rule to close the gap there quickly and prevent Walk from, 1, getting out of bounds, 2, from getting to the first down marker. Clock rolls, 6:40 left in the game.
Bring up
third and short 3. Yeah.
Yep, 3rd and 3. 2 down territory, obviously, for Tyrone here.
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 4th down if they need it. Play clock again. Down to 10. They've yet to break the huddle. Here they come. Walk.
3
with
seconds.
Walk.
They get
it off. And they give it. Oh, the ball's on the ground. Who's got it? I believe the Scarlet Dragons have got it. Ashton Walk looked to hand it to Luke Walk. Luke Walk couldn't handle it. And the ball goes to the turf, and the ball belongs to the Central Scarlet Dragons. It may have been Colton Miller, actually, 15 instead of 25. I couldn't quite. Yes, it was Colton Miller. Sorry.
And let's see if Hohenstein is back in there at quarterback. I have not seen him come out yet.
He's on the field, actually. He's over there talking to the coaches.
Right on the sideline.
Yep. I'm going to say, well, let's just wait and see. 6:07 left in the game. You lead by 3 scores, and it looks like you've got another game to play. It'll be against Penn Cambria, a team that the Dragons lost to. They would certainly love a second shot at Penn Cambria for a title.
Stay tuned after the game for the announcement of the Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game. Varilla Real Estate is proud to recognize the efforts of our outstanding area athletes. Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game coming right up after the game as part of the ARC Federal Credit Union post-game show.
What's going on at the bullpen right now? Can you give that another read for us? Those good folks that want to continue to support even though their business is not going to be able to enjoy the benefit of that marketing.
There was a tragic event that happened last week in Tyrone. A fire ripped through Brooks and Family Timber Nation LLC. The business had signed up to sponsor Tyrone and Golden Eagle basketball coming games on WTRN radio, and despite the fire, has continued to support Tyrone athletics and WTRN radio. The community is coming together to help by sponsoring a benefit tonight at the Bullpen Restaurant, and it's going to go on until 10 o'clock. And Jim, I'll continue that after this play.
Okay, so it is Hohenstein. under center, and they're going to give it to Hunter Smith, right side. And he'll make sure he stays inbounds and goes down at the 40. So give him 5 more yards.
And Jim, that benefit's is taking place right now after tonight's game also, and a donation of $20 to attend will also provide you with 20 tickets to win baskets and gift cards provided by area businesses. Winners will be announced at 10 p.m. and must be present to win. All monies raised goes directly towards the Brooks family.
Going from right to left, the ball's on the far side hash mark here at Gravettes. Hohenstein calls for the shotgun snap, and he's going to give it to Rule. And nothing much there, maybe a yard for Caden Rule, number 25.
And the Patterson twins, again, 2 of them in on the stop. Nathaniel.
35-14 with 5 minutes left to go in the game, and these two teams are so familiar with each other, whether it's on the football field, the baseball field, and what a great moment it was to be at Lebrano Field in State College at Penn State, to be there, to watch these Dragons win a state championship earlier this year. The fans, they just filled the stands for that game. And what a great moment it was for some of these very football players who were on that baseball team, and they would like to try and keep
bring up
the success going on the football field.
Bring up 4th down now. This is the second time that, well, they still haven't punted. They're going to line up to punt.
Well, Hunter Smith's back to boot it away.
Yeah, and you think that somebody might have just said, remember, watch for the fake kick. And Jim, 2 years ago, I had the opportunity to broadcast Tyrone State Championship baseball game.
I was there for that one, too.
That was
what a great moment that was. Smith boots it away to Draven Crowell at his 26. He's looking for some blockers. He's got the 40, the 45, the 50 into Central Territory. Great speed by Draven Crowell. That's why he's back there. He didn't have much in the way of blocking, but he actually turned it in to a decent return of about 25 yards.
And Jack Dunn in on the tackle.
And so you will not see state history made on this field tonight by the Central Scarlet Dragons quarterback Jeff Hohenstein. He ties history with the most career touchdown passes. Had a chance to break it. Eli Lingenfelder fumbled in the end zone on what would have been the record setter. Walk going to set up the screen, and it's not there. The Dragons defense said, no, sorry. And Walk just really did the smart thing.
Everybody saw that coming. And Hohenstein's still in there at free safety. I'm kind of surprised. I mean, taking a chance of getting him. He's already had to leave the game twice here in the 4th quarter, and he's still out there. Could possibly take another shot.
And now the Golden Eagles want to go no huddle. Empty backfield for Walk. Caught by Baldoff at the midfield stripe, and then tackled. Picked up 5.
Eli Mother in on the stop. Muthler.
3.5 left in the game. And now a flag. And it's going to go against the Golden Eagles. Pre-snap penalty.
Ross Gamp just came off the field limping a little bit too. Went straight over to the trainer table underneath the stands here.
I have an idea who my Tyrone player of the game is. I'll let you know here shortly.
Okay.
All right.
3:25 left in the game. 35-14, Central leading.
Walk.
Oh, my.
Pressured. Gets it downfield, and it's incomplete. Intended, I believe. Is that A.J. Coleman? No, Weaver. Andrew Weaver.
Andrew Weaver and a Hohenstein in on the coverage. It's going to be 4th down now, and it stops the clock now with 3:16.
Timeout called by Coach Franco.
Tyrone. And we also want to thank again
Frederick's Meat
the
Market.
Two businesses, right?
Yes.
Frederick's Meat Market of Roaring Spring and Powerhouse Subs of Tyrone for going together and paying half of the fee so that Tyrone Eagle Eye could bring the live stream to fans all over the country that have been able to watch this game tonight.
And that's a fee that's brought about because it's a playoff game. The
Right.
PIAA charges.
Right, PIAA charges for the streams. They also charge for radio coverage, and it gets more expensive as you progress.
Imagine that.
Yeah, how about that? Hey, remember, stay tuned after the game for the announcement of the Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game. Varilla Real Estate is proud to recognize the efforts of our outstanding area athletes. Varilla Real Estate Player of the Game coming up right after the game as part of the ARC Federal Credit Union post-game show.
And so as we wind things down here, I got to say that I'm recognizing no fans for Tyrone have left.
Right.
And I think they recognize as the clock is winding down that this is going to be it, and they want to be able to stay here and applaud a good season by these Tyrone Golden Eagle football players and give them the due that they're entitled to. And what would you say, how would you categorize this season for the Tyrone Golden Eagles? Is that more of something you want to save for the post game?
Let's save that for the post game because Tyrone's hurrying up. They want to put one more. They got a first down here, and to partially answer your question while they're making changes here, let me tell you about this text that we just got from Rich Yawner, who used to coach here when I coached, and he's now a linebacker coach for Delaware University. So go ahead and Jim.
Okay, sure.
We'll pick up on this in a minute.
Walk has options, looking to throw, looking to find a wide open man. He's got Varys at the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5. Hohenstein finally brings him down. Varys got open behind the defensive secondary, and Walk was able to find him with time. So it'll be first and goal from the central, looks like about the 7-yard line. Make it the 6.
And Rich, who knows his football,
he does,
said that he has really enjoyed listening to the game, says he's a faithful listener, and he said next year will be the year.
Okay.
So he's watched Tyrone, and he's been looking, and we've got some good people coming back for the Golden Eagles.
Walk tries to fit one in and can't connect with Luke Walk.
Stops the clock at 2:12. Second down.
Second and goal from the 7. We had Rich in the press box here a couple years back, didn't we?
Yep, and Penn State is playing Delaware next year. So I told him they'll probably be up there Friday night.
Did Rich set that one up, you think?
I asked him to.
Did you?
Because I said we'd love to
Did you tell him what time you want the game at, Todd, as well?
Yeah, I said just make sure we're here.
Keep my sleep schedule in mind.
Yeah.
Ashton rolling right into the end zone through the hands of Deegan Baldoff.
And he was open.
Lingenfelder had the coverage.
Walk just missed him. He had him.
I think Baldoff, that's a catch Deegan knows he should have made.
Third down and goal now from the 7-yard line. It'd be so nice for the Golden Eagles to put one more in here.
Yeah. See if they try to isolate Gamp to the left. They do. And now a flag is thrown as there are too many men.
Yep, they almost
They broke the huddle with 12.
I was so excited. I didn't want to say anything.
You didn't want to jinx
it. I
it.
was going to say in our post-game show, this is the first game all year that Tyrone was not penalized for too many men on the field. But there it is. So now it's going to take it back to the 12.
The 12. Changes the play call, I imagine.
And 12. Mm-hmm. Yep, absolutely. Still two plays, 2 downs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. That's something they have to work on over the summer. Oh, my goodness.
Walk has it. Being blitzed, feels the pressure, makes the throw, looking for Gamp, incomplete. Actually, the defender was in a better position, and that was Eli Muthler.
And Muthler walled Gamp off, and he had no way to get around him to get to the ball. He's lucky it didn't get picked.
Fourth and goal from the 12. 2:03 left to go in the game. 35-14. Central leads it if we haven't given you that score enough times. It's been 35-14 since the third quarter.
And stay tuned after the game for the ARC Federal Credit Union post-game show. That's right after the game tonight.
Walk, looking to the end zone. He has nowhere else to go, and it's incomplete. Knocked down at the line, at the goal line by Lingenfelter, and that will turn the ball over on downs, and it's all over but the shouting at this point.
Yeah, but turned into double coverage, and you really couldn't get
really
that
wanted to
ball
find
there.
Gamp one last time.
Yep. And now the Golden Eagle faithful are starting to rise.
The We Are Central is the cheer from across the field as they will advance to the District 6 AAA Championship game. Penn Cambria awaits.
And that should be an interesting matchup between Central and Penn Cambria.
42-28, Penn Cambria. This Central team lost a game by 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
And we only had 10 guys out there on that play as the 11th defender kind of came waltzing out at the last minute.
And once again, the Patterson is in on the stop for Tyrone. Number 11, Patterson.
That was Caden Rule on the carry.
Josh Patterson. If Josh Patterson hasn't been in on a tackle, Nathan Patterson has been. One or the other. Sometimes both of them. 1:30 on a rolling clock.
They gained 12 on that play.
And Tyrone started that play.
Couple plays here, and that'll do it.
Tyrone started that play with only 10 men on the field.
Don't forget the ARC Federal Credit Union post-game shows coming your way soon. We'll take some time to talk about the season as Rule wants to stay inbounds as he's whipped down by Patterson.
Yep.
But they'll stop the clock to move the downs.
And that Patterson is Nathaniel. Nathaniel Patterson on the stop there. 1 minute left in tonight's District 6 3A semifinal game. The Scarlet Dragons of Central are in control 35-14.
They'll improve to 9-2.
Tyrone
and victory formation now for the Scarlet Dragons. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to head coach Dave Baker. And that's it. 35-14 is your final score. The Central Scarlet Dragons celebrating a semifinal victory as they'll now advance to Mansion Park and take on Penn Cambria. So we'll wrap up the actual game coverage for now and send it back to the studio. And when we come back, we'll have the ARC Federal Credit Union post-game show. We'll wrap things up for you right after this. You've been listening to Tyrone Golden Eagle Football, District 6 playoff action on 96.9, 100.7 FM. Classic favorites, WTRN.
This is Nathan Varilla, your 1999 state championship football team captain. Winning a state championship, you have to do everything excellent. Excellence matters. That's why here at Varilla Real Estate, I've taken what I've learned on the football field and applied it to our business. Doing the little things, outworking your competition, being aggressive, doing